All right, real quick. Eric the Midget, I want to get to this real quick. So he's the IQ test. I don't know why, because we explained from the beginning, it's like American Idol or, I don't know, any show that has a result. You don't give the people the results ahead of time, but I said to him, you're going to get the results on the air. Can't you wait a week or two? No, I want my results now. I mean, everything with this kid is like difficult. I've never encountered a personality like this. It's odd. It's just the oddest thing. Like, whatever thing we get involved with him, it's always a big hassle. So I finally said, look, I've had enough. I like Eric. I do. I have nothing against him. I feel for him. But I just can't take it. You can't. I finally went to the trouble of getting him the IQ test, and then he's like, I don't want to do it now.
I want my results before.
I want to know. Like, how would you do that? That would be like if you told the people on Dancing with the Stars, this is who's going to win tonight. If you told the celebrities, there's no suspense. On American Idol, if everyone saw Ryan Seacrest's card ahead of time, no one would care.
I don't want to wait 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, that's like people on American Idol want to know if they won right away. I mean, it makes no sense. But anyway, so Eric and I are now, we had a falling out.
You're on the outs.
Yeah, and I did mention that Benji felt if Eric called in, that he could convince Eric to understand the bit.
That's what Benji said.
Well, I don't want to talk him into it, but I think it would be to his benefit.
Right. Well, let me tell you, already he's lost out not being on our show because Gary says there's a huge opportunity for him that he's not passing on to Eric. Is that really true, Gary? Or are you making that up?
No, it is. I can tell you what it is if you want.
No, because then Eric will know.
Okay, yeah, but it's an opportunity that he would love. I mean, I don't even know if it's still on the table because it was a week old.
Right.
But it's right up his alley.
Oh, good. I mean, forget him. And by the way, once I stop even playing his YouTube tapes, everyone will forget about him.
Well, that's the problem. That's why he always comes back.
So he does make the argument in these tapes that he doesn't need us anymore. He's pretty sure he has a career on his own.
Oh.
All right, so here we go.
You know what?
Oh, that's not the tape. Where's the tape, guys? That's his voicemail. Hold on, I'll get it.
81.
Okay, thanks. Here it is.
Light blue.
Right.
Hello, everybody. I'm making this video to address a couple things. Number one, I heard that they were talking to Benji about talking to me to talk me into participating in the results show for the IQ test. I don't care. I don't care if I talk to Benji or not.
He will care. He will care when he stops being noticed.
when the stream dries up and there's nobody to interact with.
By the way, when he does call, I think I shouldn't take the call.
I agree.
Absolutely not.
I really have to
Can
be done
you
with him.
resist?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Can I tell you, there's something really weird going on with him visually as well, Howard. First of all, his hair's completely white now, right? And he wears
dyeing it.
and he wears those glasses. And even though he's got a camera where you can see yourself, for some reason, it's only half his head.
Right.
So you just see just from his nose up. But he looks like Lyndon Johnson when he gave the speech that he wasn't going to run again. He's literally aged 20 years in the last week.
I do not want to go back to that overly arrogant-filled show. The bunch of arrogant pricks that only care about themselves.
Sounds like he's talking about himself.
They don't respect anyone other than themselves. And I'm tired of being verbally abused by them. And I'm tired of being verbally abused.
Well, I'm tired of being abused by him.
Right. Who's more verbally abusive than him?
Yeah.
By fans that he has. I've had enough of it.
I've had enough of him saying he'll do a bit and then going backpedaling.
So I don't feel like talking to Benji. I'm not going to call in to talk to him.
Oh, he will.
Period.
You wait and see.
He won't even last the last 16 shows without calling them.
That's right.
No matter how many of you request me to do so, I don't want to participate in any part of that show ever again. Period.
All right, then he goes on with where he thinks he can succeed without us.
All right, I like to hear that.
Right now I'm at the point that I feel that if Peter Dinklage can become a successful actor
Yeah,
with
Peter Dinklage can act.
He actually studied.
Yeah.
not even being involved with the show
Oh, God.
ever in his life.
Yeah, how did Peter Dinklage become successful
Without
being
us,
successful?
yeah.
Right.
So can I. If Marty Klebel,
Marty Klebel is really, he's been working his entire life, Marty Klebel. I know Marty the Midget.
Yes. Marty's
AKA
done this
Marty.
show.
Yeah, wait, let me back up. I'm
the
talking.
Midget, if Marty Klebel, a.k.a. Marty the Midget, can leave the show for whatever reason he left, it was
Marty is better looking and can dance.
good terms or bad, and be in a bunch of movies and TV shows, so can I.
Good
The
luck.
same goes for the other little person, actor, Tony Cox. He never had any involvement with the Stern Show, and he appears in TV shows, movies. You know, he's going to be in an episode of Psyched. And also,
First of all, I bet you I know Marty knows what 9 times 7 is, number one. Number two, Marty is a dancer. Marty the Midget.
only that the Roloffs have their reality show without being involved with Stern. The Little Couple, they got that reality show without being involved with Stern. And the guy that plays the chief medical examiner on the original CSI, a double amputee, he never got involved with Stern to get that role.
That's right.
So I feel I do not have to be involved with the show anymore.
Yes, you do.
Well, how did you get your roles, though? That was your
Just
way.
give it up. I'm done.
And everyone in Hollywood says Marty the Midget's easy to work with, which I know because I've had Marty on the
Marty's
show many
very
times.
cooperative.
Marty's easy and fun.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's Eric's response to all of this. As you know, Robin, he is very, very, very irate and angry because we asked
What
him.
is he doing using the midget term? Marty the Midget, he just...
Yeah, that's not right. I'm going to get me a new midget for this show. You wait and see. Done with him. Yeah. Eric the actor's on the phone. I would like to work this out and have Eric be part of the...
It would be fun. It would make it a better day.
Hi, Eric.
Hello?
By the way, I don't have a lot of time to negotiate with you, but I'll do my best, only because I'm behind. And Will the Farter's here with a queefer. He wants to do a duet with her for the holidays coming up. And he's going to do a duet on a Christmas song. A woman is going to be queefing while Will farts. Will, of course, the superstar in...
Yeah, that was fun.
She's completely been elevated. In fact, he almost wasn't going to come here because of his busy schedule, but he will do the holiday queefing and farting for us, a first here on the Howard Stern Show. Eric, I've received your letter. I would like you to be a part of the IQ test results today. I think it would be the honorable thing to do because you agreed to do it. Your demands, there's 2 I won't agree to. Here's what I see. I'll tell you what. Let me get the list of demands here. Okay, final appearance, get my results under the following terms. Okay, 1, during the call, no one call me Eric the Midget. Okay, I can do that. Okay?
All right.
No. We have to call you Eric the actor. All right. Can get on the air while you're on the air. Okay, so while we do the results, I won't put anyone on. I'll hang up on you at some point, and then we'll take phone calls. I'll agree to that. It's a little difficult, but I'll agree to it. 3, no 9 times table, no math whatsoever while you're on. Agreed. I can do that. The 4th one I can't agree to. They have to agree that this is the end of my time on their show and stop talking about me from now to the end of the show. I don't know what that means. I mean, there's no way I can't guarantee that. People are going to call in and talk about you after we do the IQ test. Of course they are, but you don't have to be on the phone for that.
From now till December 16th, the end of the show.
No, I can't agree to that. I can't. I mean, and not only that, I think that this is a little bit obnoxious because, you know, you agreed to do the IQ test. We went to the trouble to do it.
And there weren't any of these conditions. We didn't have to do, you know, to have negotiations after the fact is ridiculous.
It's sleazy, Eric, and I'm telling you that because I know you want to be in the business. If you try to pull that with any producer or anything...
You're off.
Yeah, I'm just telling you the truth. 5, they need to agree to give me some money for being a part of all this. Now...
Extortion.
That's extortion at the worst. That just doesn't make you look like a clean individual. You don't agree to do something and then afterwards shake everyone down. It's not cool, Eric.
A, Wednesday my laptop broke down. And B, it's Christmas time. I need some extra money.
Eric,
why didn't you say that at the beginning before you agreed?
Why didn't you say to me right away, hey, Howard, I could use some money for the bit? You know I'm always generous with you. I've always tried to be a decent guy with you. But you can't shake people down afterwards. It comes off the wrong way. It's not fair. You can't agree to something, and then, it's just... And then I look like an idiot.
And it makes the... there are other people who've just given their time.
The sixth demand I can give into. They will tell me what the latest offer for an acting gig is. Gary, you still know that, right?
Yeah, I never said it was an acting gig. I said it was an opportunity that he'd be very interested in. But I got to go back. I'm not even sure it's still available.
Right, but you would tell him what it is.
Absolutely.
All right. That I could agree to. So I can agree to most of this. And I would like you to participate in it because I think that we have been honest with you and I think we have been fair with you. And I think we went through a lot of trouble and you were the one who wanted to be in this anyway.
And just think of this. You will have your results right now as opposed to still having to wait for them.
Right.
Because doctor's been, even though you said it was clear for him to give them to me, he still has not called me to give them to me.
He will.
But we have the results. You could have them today if you agree.
What do you think? You want to be part of it? If you don't, I'll instruct the doctor to give them to you after the bet at some point. I don't know when he can get to it, but at some point he will get to you. It's
but
up to you.
You'll have the results now.
What do you say?
I'll agree to it, even though you're not meeting all of...
Well, we're meeting most of them.
Right.
Eric, he's meeting 4 of the 6, and I'll tell you what, I'll throw one in for you.
Go ahead.
I promise from now till the end of the year, either on the regular show or the wrap-up show, I will not make any negative comments about you.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
All right, so you're participating?
Yes.
All right.
And I'll tell you what, because he's being magnanimous, Gary, do you have any money for him?
I actually, Howard, don't have... Well, hold on a second. I don't think I have any money left. I only have Steven Singer gift cards left.
You
I had
want
money all week.
What is that?
I had money all week, but we gave it away.
He didn't call in soon enough.
I will have money when we get back, if Eric wants to call in the money
From
when
what?
we get back.
What sponsor?
It'll probably be either 7-Eleven or iOvate or something like that.
All right, I tell you what. I'll give him the $711 from 7-Eleven, and if for some reason they don't make good on it, I will put up the money.
You know what? You can give it to him now, and we'll just mention it again the week we get back. Hey, we gave the money to Eric, and we'll plug it.
Because, but in the future, Eric, you should never do that. You don't do that. You don't say to people afterwards, "Hey, give me money, or I'm not participating." But I'm going to give you the $711.
Thank you.
All right. Good. All right. So everyone's in. We're going to find out the results today. The following people are getting their results. Eric, the actor. Give me the list of people.
Will the farter.
Oh, yeah. Will the farter is in on this. That's why he's... What?
I should have put Fred can't any sound effects.
Too
Well,
late.
you didn't. You're already in. It's over.
I'll tell you
The
what.
negotiation is over.
You made out pretty well, Eric.
Right.
Right. All right. Will the farter, John Hine, Steve Gorilla, Will Murray, Bobo, Mike Ganji, and Eric the actor.
All right.
Now, can I talk to you about some of the stuff that's going on out there? Everybody's being pretty quiet. Ganji, heart attack before he gets in here.
Really?
He's so nervous. He said that if he's lower than Grillo, he might... He said that he's having neck pain that he thinks is due to the fact of the nerves of this whole day coming on.
All right, I tell you what. I'm going to put Eric the actor on the hold line. I'm going to take a break because it's been an hour and 19 minutes since we've broken.
Okay,
and I think we should come back and do the results. And after we do the results and get all of it, and we have to have some betting first. I need to get in on this. I need to get action.
I brought mine. I have $400.
I'm ready.
I have a few hundred on me, too.
I brought in $30,000 in small bills. I'm ready to go to the man on this. This is going to be a tough. This is going to be a very tough IQ test.
It's not the same. It's not so easy as the first one.
Like, I think an interesting bet is, will Eric the actor?
Okay.
And, and you get money for that. Or
I got Will the Farter versus Grillo.
Eric, do you think you...
I think so.
Hey, and by the way,
good contest.
Howard, you got to get Will the Farter in here because Will the Farter is absolutely positive.
He thinks he's a genius.
I think he's willing to bet money that he absolutely is smarter than Will Murray.
Really?
Absolutely. He knows that in his heart.
But he also said the pace is 122.
Yes.
Eric, you think you...
Yeah.
I say Bobo and Eric.
Do you think you...
I don't know.
Here's one for you, Howard. Will Bobo or Sal, even though it's the old one, will Bobo be higher or lower than Sal?
Bobo will be lower than Sal.
Really?
Yeah, what was Sal? What was
102.
102?
Bobo will be lower. I say Bobo's in the 90s.
Wow.
Is Bobo here? I hope.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
I'm sure everyone's here. But let's
start.
Why don't we get everyone...
Go to a break.
Okay, let me take a break. I'll get everyone in here. Eric will be on the phone. And then we'll let some betting go down.
Yes.
Who knows? Eric might take some of his $711 and bet.
Do you think anybody in the... So it's John Hine in there, too.
Right.
Did someone got to pace? That's the bet.
That's another good bet.
No.
What, Scott?
No, they will not.
What if Eric the actor?
Oh, God.
You say there's no chance.
Then that just ruins the test.
Oh, it's the test that'll be wrong.
All right, Eric, I'll put you on hold.
Okay.
All right.
Isn't this fun, Eric?
See how much a good time you're having?
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you. See, now you're a man of your word.
Yes.
A man only has one thing. His word. I read that last night in my...
What, are you reading the Bhagavad Gita?
No, fortune cookies. All right. Eric, hold on.
All right.
So enthusiastic.
I know, you're trying to, work up some energy over this? All right. Eric the actor, everybody.
He's with us.
That's right. All right, we will have the results. We will all have betting and fun right after these words. Yeah. Eric the actor's on the phone. I would like to work this out and have Eric be part of the...
It would be fun. It would make it a better day.
Hi, Eric.
Hello.
By the way, I don't have a lot of time to negotiate with you, but I'll do my best, only because I'm behind. And Will the Farter's here with a queefer. He wants to do a duet with her for the holidays coming up. And he's going to do a duet on a Christmas song. A woman is going to be queefing while Will farts. Will, of course, the superstar in...
Every chance he gets.
I guess his TV show is debuting tonight.
Fringe?
Fringe. His episode. I saw something on the internet where they interviewed him about his character and how he got into the part, and it was really funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, Fringe is on Thursday night. So he's been trying to call in to get on. I see him. He's on hold. And a lot of times you and I are in the middle of something. We're doing something for the show. I can't pick up the phone and get to him.
He expects us to stop.
He gets very irate.
Especially now that he's an actor with a show coming on television.
And he went into a rant. He can't believe we spent 2 hours talking about bed bugs when he should be on the air promoting Fringe. I mean, it's hysterical. So he left a bunch of voice messages.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's almost like you want him to be upset because then he gets us such good voicemail.
Here's the insane world of Eric the Midget.
This is a message to the Howard Stern Show and to Johnny Fratto. I was hoping to be able to be interviewed this week to promote the Fringe episode that will be airing Thursday night, the 30th, on Fox at 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock Central. But so far, I've only been left on hold. You know, that's not cool.
It's not cool.
Johnny, you're supposed to do your part as my manager, like other managers, for their talent, and call Gary or Will and get me airtime. Instead, you know, even though we have this phone and these Evos, and, you know, I have the numbers to your other phones and this phone, I still can't seem to get a hold of you. What was the purpose of getting these phones? To be able to get a hold of you easier. But for some reason, and that's so, I would like to get airtime either tomorrow or Wednesday to promote this episode.
That's something. It's having a midget tantrum.
I know. I love how he knows what Johnny's supposed to do. Yeah, Johnny is my manager. Like other managers, you should be calling Gary and getting me airtime.
You want more?
I love it.
And also, it pissed me off this morning, Howard, being left on hold, listening to you rant and a little girl about bed bugs and about DDT. FYI, our national bird, the bald eagle, almost got brought to the brink of extinction.
Not true. I'm going to play you a clip from Michael Crichton, who's no longer with us. He essentially says what's on that junk science website, that all of these studies that supposedly wiped out birds are all, they were not done accurately. There was no example whatsoever that DDT affected bird eggs. Zero evidence.
To the DDT. They're not going to bring it.
Yes, they are.
Because of that. Between hunters, farmers, and DDT, eagles almost were non-existent.
Nothing to do with DDT, I'm telling you. I've researched this.
So it's either a national symbol and bring back DDT.
Bring back DDT. Don't listen to Eric.
Eric's fighting you on the DDT.
Yeah, he has no clue. It's all go to junkscience.com and check out what I'm talking about. Oh, here's his third message.
And Johnny, do your job too, and get me some airtime, and also maybe get me an interview on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
I'd watch that. Eric, a guest on Jimmy Kimmel, being interviewed about Fringe.
Oh, that's
Can you imagine?
Johnny's not doing his job. He's right. He's not on Jimmy Kimmel.
That's right. He should fire Johnny. I'm sure Johnny'd be really upset.
Johnny could get back to his own job.
Point with that show only being 2 nights away, more than likely it will have to be a Skype interview. I don't care if...
What?
I don't know.
Due to you, Johnny, or due to the show, I want to be on that show, Jimmy Kimmel, with an interview to promote my episode of Fringe.
What is he talking about?
He said it might have to be a Skyped interview, like video chat.
Oh.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to put Eric on Skype because that'll look good. Because he's such a, he's not Brad Pitt. I think if Brad Pitt said I'll be on Skype, maybe. Jimmy wouldn't even do that. He'd send a camera down to Brad Pitt's house.
Right, they'd have a crew go.
Right.
We got these Evos. I would like you to call me on the Evos.
What's an Evo?
And finally...
We have these Evos?
Yeah, what's an Evo?
Must be like Skype. Like a phone type
We
thing.
have these Evos.
Yeah.
Talk to me and finally get things going. All right? Do your job. And Howard, DDT.
It's my show. And Eric, I swear, now it's at the point when I'm doing my show and I look over at the computer and I see Eric's on there, I kind of feel like, oh, wow, I got to get to Eric.
Well,
Fuck that.
It's working what he's doing.
Yeah. Eric, I'm doing a show. I can't drop everything for you, whether you like the topic or not. And by the way...
Quite frankly, do you realize you get more appearances on this show than many famous people?
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't believe you're...
And I don't know any other show that has you on, including Jimmy Kimmel. None of them.
Everyone else we say, you've had too many appearances, let's space them out. You get on almost every day.
Yeah, and then I'm in the middle of a bit or something. I'll see Eric's on the phone. I go, Eric's on the phone.
How do you think you got that show? And don't you think it's a little late to be figuring out what your PR plan is?
And you really think Jimmy's going to have you on Skype?
He's had people on Skype interviews before.
Who?
I don't remember who,
All right.
but he's done it.
People as big as you in show business? I mean, Eric, you're not exactly a household name.
Well, neither was the cooking kid that he had on a couple of weeks or about a month or so ago. He had a 15-year-old kid that no one probably knew about. And
On
did
Skype?
the cooking segment.
On Skype?
No.
Oh.
In the studio.
Right.
We're talking about Skype appearances.
And the kid had something interesting. He's got a thing going on. He's
Probably
a chef.
was a charming kid.
Yeah. You're not exactly charming. I saw that interview you did for like that sort of, it went around on the internet. It was Eric being interviewed about how he got into his role.
Uh-huh.
And it was so boring. I mean, it was funny because it was Eric, but it was like, they go, Eric, how did you get into your part? And he goes, I grew a beard.
Wow.
Took him like an hour to spit that out.
So the truth is boring. That is all I did.
I know, but it was just kind of,
Well, that's not really much acting.
I mean, you got into your part by growing a beard.
Well, I figured a completely clean-shaved homeless man wouldn't look right.
Well, imagine Eric on Jimmy Kimmel. Like, what is Jimmy going to really ask Eric? Like, there's no history there. So all of a sudden, Eric pulls up. I'm on Fringe. Oh, well, how did you prepare
I'm
for your...
just here to promote.
Yeah. How did you prepare for your part? I didn't shave. Well, thank you for
Now
coming.
he's making some sense. He's saying that it seemed to him wrong that a homeless man should be clean-shaven.
Yeah.
So he thought about his appearance.
Well, homeless man also doesn't shower and doesn't, wipe himself.
Act dirty,
Oh.
but you got to, have the hair on your face to be unkempt.
A real actor would.
That would be great. How did you prepare for your role? I shat my pants.
Let me play this thing. Let's see if it works. Stop me if it's not working, okay? Because it's sort of a visual thing. It's Eric sitting on a bench being interviewed.
On a bench?
Yeah.
I'm in my wheelchair being interviewed.
Oh, yeah. But he's by a bench of some kind. I don't know exactly what's going on here.
I play a homeless man. The fact I'm playing a homeless guy, I decided not to shave, and that's about all I did to prepare.
When you read about his character on Howard Stern, you read that he's grumpy and all that, and not at all. He turned out to be...
That's his co-star. I don't know the guy's name.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
actually a very sweet, innocent, kind person. You picture someone.
Eric's now in show business. Eric's in show business because you know how everyone compliments each other in those interviews?
This guy's saying nice things about Eric?
Yeah, he's like, hey. He's like Daniel Day Midget. He's like, yeah, Eric was very, very pleasant.
He's unlike his character.
Yeah.
With a very raspy voice, and then you see this guy who's a small guy. It must be such a different universe for him.
It was a very short scene, but, it's cool. My character is in the subway and encounters Newton.
Yes. Action! And then you see Eric acting. It's great. I won't play the whole thing. I don't know if you want to hear more.
Right. Does Eric talk a little more?
Yeah, he's in there. You hear him actually doing his scene.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but you got to see it. It's a visual.
Know. And that's on Thursday night?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
The guy says to Eric, watch this box. That's Eric's scene. And Eric goes, okay, and guy gives him $5 and he goes, you could give me some more money. And he gets $3 more out of him. Look.
Do you mind doing me a favor? Would you keep an eye on the box while I go to the restroom?
He hands me $5 and I look at the 5 and I, say $5. Are you kidding? I'm a professional pal. Come on now. I'm sure you have 3 more of these in your wallet. He hands me more money.
All right. 1, 2, 3. There you go. You drive a hard bargain.
But ends up
Talking to Eric like he's a child. You're like Mini Brando in that scene. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Wow. Way you just kind of negotiated that $3 extra.
Did you ad-lib that, or was that in the script?
It was 3 extra 5s.
Oh, 3 extra 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That there's 3 more of those. That 3 more $5 bills.
Yeah.
He gets $20 for that.
Guess I wasn't paying attention.
You didn't understand. It's too deep for you.
What's in the box?
I don't think I can give that away.
I see.
But you know.
Yeah.
Of course he knows. He's an insider. Do you miss the cast and crew?
Yeah, it was cool being up there.
It's hard to come down off that kind of experience.
Was it sad leaving? Because they're all staying. They're regulars.
Yeah. You're the only one leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of wish I could have stayed a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Would you like to be a regular on the show? Maybe they'll bring back the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, maybe you'll be a recurring character.
I don't think that is a possibility. Yeah, I mean, I could let that out because it said in that clip
Right.
that you haven't played that part of it, but it said that my head explodes.
Oh, so the box blows up and your head explodes?
Right.
Wow, I want to see that.
Something to that effect.
What perfect casting.
I mean, the whole place will be cheering. So we're going to see a special effect, and they're going to blow your head up? I'm going to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that. So the box blows up, and we watch your head blow up.
Right.
And then do we see your just body just laying there with no head?
Yeah.
Wow. You're a
This is great TV.
You're like Leonardo DiDorfio. Wow. Oh, this is a great episode. Eric gets his head blown off, and you see him.
What we've been waiting for, to blow up Eric the Midget.
So did they have to take a head cast of you?
No, just measure.
They measured your head?
Yeah.
How big is your head? What was the measurement, I wonder?
I think hats I wear 7 or 7.5.
It's got a pretty big head.
Yeah, full-size head.
Did they have a stunt double during the dangerous blowing up scene?
No.
Tell you, he'd be a great guest on Jimmy. Listen to him. Would it be funny if Jimmy just sat there and didn't even interview? Like, they just run at Eric about?
And just sit there.
They just sit there
silence.
and stare at him. Because, like, I could just shut up now and Eric would just be quiet. And...
I also have to be careful of what I say, too, you know, because of the contract that they have had me sign.
Oh, so at any second you're just waiting to blurt out some inappropriate stuff?
I'd love to see him on True Blood as like a midget vampire. You never see any midgets who is
It would be great if they made Eric a vampire.
like the king of the vampires.
And then he's running around, wheeling around trying to find blood.
I'm the original Dracula.
He's wheeling around trying to find blood.
Yeah, he's like a vampire that hasn't had blood in 1,000 years. It's like he's almost shriveled up. And then he drinks the blood, and then he turns into like this gorgeous guy.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, like that big blonde guy. They rob him of blood for a long time. He winds up as Eric the Midget.
Yeah, they open up the like 1,000 years from now, and they see that laying in the grave, and he's like barely alive. I'm so glad you uncovered me. Then he bites someone on the neck, and then he turns into this godlike figure.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
The HBO series I'd like to be on is Entourage.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to be on that.
I don't see that happening.
No.
All right, Eric, I got to move along.
Like no one else from your show has been on that before.
Yeah, well.
We say you can be on True Blood.
We told you you're going to be a vampire that hasn't had blood for 1,000 years, and you're almost.
I watch that one too, but I would prefer to be on Entourage.
Yeah, well,
the job is True Blood.
No, the job is for True Blood. It's a script that I will be writing for True Blood.
We don't see you in Entourage.
I really would like to do is get a reality show on TLC, you know, with all the other little people shows that they have called Little Actor Big Roles.
But you're not a little actor. That would go to somebody like
the IQ test. I don't know why, because we explained from the beginning, it's like American Idol or, I don't know, any show that has a result. You don't give the people the results ahead of time, but I said to him, you're going to get the results on the air. Can't you wait a week or two? No, I want my results now. I mean, everything with this kid is like difficult. I've never encountered a personality like this. It's odd. It's just the oddest thing. Like, whatever thing we get involved with him, it's always a big hassle. So I finally said, look, I've had enough. I like Eric. I do. I have nothing against him. I feel for him. But I just can't take it. You can't. I finally went to the trouble of getting him the IQ test, and then he's like, I don't want to do it now.
I want my results before.
I want to know. Like, how would you do that? That would be like if you told the people on Dancing with the Stars, this is who's going to win tonight. If you told the celebrities, there's no suspense. On American Idol, if everyone saw Ryan Seacrest's card ahead of time, no one would care.
I don't want to wait 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, just like people on American Idol want to know if they won right away. I mean, it makes no sense. But anyway, so Eric and I are now, we had a falling out.
you're on the outs.
Yeah, and I did mention that Benji felt if Eric called in, that he could convince Eric to understand the bit.
That's what Benji said.
Well, I don't want to talk him into it, but I think it would be to his benefit.
Right. Well, let me tell you, already he's lost out not being on our show because Gary says there's a huge opportunity for him that he's not passing on to Eric.
I'm going to have some clips for you later on from the block party.
I watched them.
But but something that you haven't seen is Will.
Yeah.
We backstage got really drunk, and I know it's just a classic move when you have a baby. His wife was away, so it was like his first weekend out.
Freedom.
You know,
And he went berserk.
He went berserk.
Will's a fucking maniac, man.
What did he do now?
He got super drunk over the weekend. You know what? It was he's a new father, and he did the typical new father thing that his wife, I guess, took the kids somewhere. So he had one night out. He went to Ronnie's block party, and he acted like a fucking asshole.
Well, we just had this conversation with him a couple of weeks ago about how he had calmed down. What happened?
Yeah, well, he got his one night out. He got super drunk, and he just gets jerky. And I heard he was yelling that I don't care about him.
You should wait because I have more tape coming.
Yeah. I'll wait.
Just not that you don't care. Well, just that you don't know who he is and you don't notice what he does.
You want to know something? He's got to grow up. What do you mean? What does he mean? Why does he think he's here? What's with all you guys all walking around that I don't notice you?
How'd you get the job?
Yeah, I mean, get over it. Are you a grown man? You baby. What's the matter with you?
He has a son. He better
talking
grow
about?
up.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about you being high as a kite over the weekend, and you had your one free night away from your wife and kid.
You know what the worst part is? I have no idea what you have. I have no real record.
You mean you were so drunk you don't even know what you said?
No.
Wow. I thought you had changed.
Crazy drunk.
I did. Listen.
And then you get drunk and you start talking about me, and I don't like you, and I don't care about
didn't
you,
say that,
and I don't. Yeah, and that like, dude, you're so needy.
I know. It's good.
Dude, what do you mean? You're here. Act like a man. And everybody gets drunk and talks about me.
Well, yeah, because they probably asked about you.
Yeah.
Then still, why are you so drunk you don't know to shut up?
Well, I didn't eat dinner, and I'm pretty lame. I haven't been out in a long time.
And before you got drunk, you went out on stage and you were pretty good, actually. I was going to tell you, maybe you could do stand-up. You were that good.
Really? He was that good?
I'm here to introduce my boy, the love of my life, the great J.D. Harmeyer. Holy shit, apparently it's always dumpy in Philadelphia. Look at this fat fuck. Really? Somebody needs to tell that kid the Wing Bowl ended in February. It's over, Johnny. The kid's shaped like the Philly fanatic, and he has the personality. He has all the charm of Kensington. I love it. Thank you. He's the only guy I know less articulate than Rocky. But you know what the sad truth is? He's gonna end up fucking one of you girls tonight. He really is. So I'm telling you tonight, drink up, because you will not want to remember that in the morning. Picture a naked Buddy Ryan. Really.
He had a good sort of energy on the stage, and then...
Then people started feeding me shots. And like I said, I didn't eat. It was...
Did you throw up?
No.
Well.
No, I passed out in the car with Scott DePace on the way home. So that was
he
great.
kept all that poison in.
That is so... Ronnie acts like such a freaking maniac at those block party things. Even backstage, he's carrying on, and he's yelling at Scott DePace.
What's the matter, man? You angry? What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
If that's your idea of humor, if that's the best you got, it's not great.
I didn't say, dude, I didn't say it was humor.
Pull me aside. I'm fucking talking.
No, man. It's a fucking comedy show. You know what I'm saying?
Make some laughs then.
I'm not the comedian here.
Well,
I'm trying to clear the air so the comedians can fucking have a good show. Hey, you're standing there bullshitting with everybody, man.
It's your girlfriend.
That's not my problem. I yelled at her also. She can go fuck herself too.
I think he thinks he's me, and he's doing an impression of me, what he imagines I'm like. And he's arguing with people. He's weird.
The Black Party was funny, though, because like you said, I kind of put a little time and effort into introducing JD.
Did you prepare those statements?
Yeah, I wrote some jokes, and I kind of rehearsed in my head a bunch or whatever, and that because I've bombed on stage before, and I know how awful it feels.
I thought you were pretty good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But then, I get off, and then JD just gets up there, and he's kind of like, hey, what's going on? Like, he doesn't prepare anything.
No, and the crowd goes berserk.
Yeah.
He's a natural.
Yeah.
It seems that the core of that show is not being prepared.
Yeah. I mean, the whole highlight was JD reading Ronnie's poem, Winter.
Yeah.
It goes like this. Winter is when there are no leaves on the trees. Winter is when we say goodbye to the birds and the bees.
I'm like, how much shelf life does that have left?
I know. That's their one routine.
That's it.
That's a stairway to heaven.
And Ronnie just screams. I mean, Ronnie's not prepared in any way, is he?
Ronnie's so annoying at those things. He just yells.
There's a lot of yelling.
And, and Ronnie now thinks he's a star because he goes, we're selling out all over. I'm like, no. People listen to my show and hear you, and they go expecting to laugh like they do at the show, and then they go to this thing, and I see you up there on like a retard. I
think people expect a train wreck. They go to see this train wreck.
I was thinking about Ronnie. Didn't he sleep over at Bubba's house?
He did, I thought. Yeah, one time when he went down there.
Couldn't he possibly, I mean, I don't know what he did at Bubba's house, but couldn't Ronnie possibly be on tape just because Bubba has tape? Yeah.
You saw the thing, they said that now there's, I got to get the exact description, but there's 3 more, and one of them was described as a short man.
A short man?
There's 3 more guys, taping 3 more guys coming out. They described the 3 guys, but one of them was described as a short man.
Are they celebrities?
No, they're not celebrities.
I thought they were B and C.
3 guys fucked in Bubba's bedroom?
Hold on, let me pull the article. Hold on.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's alleged, by the way. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
A short man is also... It could be Ronnie. Wouldn't it be great if there was a Ronnie sex tape?
I would love that.
Oh, my God. That's the greatest.
There'd be some splaining to do.
Yeah. Yeah! Was he there with his girlfriend? Ronnie, were you there? Hey, Ronnie, you around? I didn't realize what time it is. I got to take a break. I'll get... Ron.
Yo.
You slept at Bubba's house, right?
No.
Oh, you never did?
No, I've been to his house, but I never slept there.
What'd you do to your finger?
I dropped a plate on it.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
A metal plate.
Oh.
Yeah, it's split wide open. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I need stitches. I don't.
When did you do that?
Thursday.
Oh.
Well, you don't need stitches now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, so you never slept at his house?
No, I've been there, but I never slept there.
Right.
I mean, I knew he had cameras. He showed me cameras, but...
He did?
Yeah.
Where were the cameras?
The ones I saw were like in his office and stuff, but I really never, I never was up in his bedroom or anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to sleep over if there's cameras in some dude's house.
Who knows?
Who knows what's going on?
Who knows? I don't.
You didn't sleep with Heather, did you?
No.
No, okay.
Hell no.
All right.
You're not the short one.
The what?
There's supposedly a short guy that slept with Heather.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but it wasn't me.
Did Bubba ever offer?
No.
No.
Not
Hey,
at
is that the finger you used to finger chicks?
No, this one.
Oh, that's it. Okay, good. All right. He's a playboy. I can't see him getting it.
No, this one.
He made sure to drop it on the right finger.
Yeah.
He dropped that plate on the right finger.
Yeah, it was a ramp from the trailer from my car.
Right.
How did you go taking your pace car? Did you take it out?
It was great. We had such a great time. Wait till you see the footage of it. I mean, Lieberman was scared out of his mind. Have you seen any of the pictures?
I haven't seen. I saw some pictures, but I heard Lieberman's report. He was scared out of his mind.
He was.
I don't blame him.
Why?
Because first of all, the car can spin out of control.
That could happen on the street.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
scared whenever I drive with anybody.
Yeah, I mean, we had a blast. I had a great time.
I mean, you're driving at high speeds. What speed did you hit?
It wasn't. We weren't going that fast because it's a very small track. It's only 3/8 of a mile oval. And
what did you hit?
I don't know. I didn't really look at the speedometer. I was concentrating on the car and the
track. What do you think you were going?
Maybe 80, 90.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. it's scary, and I got why John Lieberman was afraid. I mean, everyone was calling him a pussy, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm going 90 miles an hour. Some guy driving.
I mean, Shuley got in the car. They had their own pace car there also. The track had their own Mustang.
Yeah.
And Shuley got in with the guy who drives the pace car there, and he was going a little fast, probably a lot faster than me because he's used to the track, and. He was having a great time. And then I even put a Rick's girl in there. I put her in my car with me, and she was having a blast. She was screaming, having a great time. Wow. Lieberman was crying. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what the top speed was that Ronnie hit?
What?
Had Lieberman crying?
What?
67 miles an hour.
Get out of here.
Dude, I wasn't crying.
Hey, John, you want to come in?
Go ahead, John.
Really?
You were only going 67 and he was crying?
I don't even know.
Well,
I don't know because I wasn't even looking at, like I said.
Wasn't crying.
Yeah, you were crying. Dude, did you see that picture? Did you see that picture? Come on.
John, just grab a microphone.
Did you know that Lieberman has a fake eye?
No.
Yeah.
You got a glass eye?
Here we go.
Dude, he starts talking to the guy from the racetrack. And the guy's telling him about what's the danger and all this kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
And he's telling him about this one turn where this one guy crashed and everything. And Lieberman goes, I ain't doing it. I'm used to, I don't like that kind. I've been to Iraq and I've been to here, I've been to there, and I'm not doing my. And he's telling us he's got pins in his leg and he's got a fake eye.
You have a fake eye for real? There's no way that's fake because that thing moves beautifully.
Let me tell you what I have.
Right.
And then I want to address this pace car situation.
Can you put your mic anywhere near your face? Dude, you got him on backwards.
What's wrong with you? He's still upset from Thursday. Dude, the guy was green. No lie.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah. Well, it's near your mouth.
Yeah. Now it works.
Yeah.
It's also bent down now.
Yeah, because you're bothering me already.
I'm bothering you?
Fix it.
There you go.
There.
What's wrong with you?
Well, because you're bothering me already.
You bothered me the first thing I walked in the door today.
So let me address the eye issue first, Howard.
Go ahead.
When I was 13, I was hit in the eye with a hockey puck at a semi-professional hockey game in Baltimore. Robin will remember the Baltimore Skipjacks. I got a puck careened into the stands, slammed me in the eye. And the paramedics on scene said that I would just have a black eye. Well, I went home and I couldn't see out of the eye at all, and blood was streaming down. So they took me to the hospital. Long story short, I was in the hospital for 3 months because it formed a blood clot on my optic nerve. And they said I was either going to die or lose sight in that eye if the blood clot burst. Long story short, they ended up implanting a plexiglass lens in my eye just to stabilize my eye.
Right.
So you can see it if you look close. It's a plexiglass lens, but it's not a glass eye.
Dude, you told everybody you had a fake eye at the track.
I did not.
Ask
You
Shuley.
told everybody.
No, Shuley. Ask Shuley.
Can you see out of it?
Yeah, I can
you
see fine. I have a contact lens and an implanted lens.
Wow.
And I had a bunch of cataracts removed, everything like that. But here's why I was so scared, Howard. And I think the audience can understand this.
No, they can't.
When you're in a car, Ronnie thinks he's a race car driver.
I don't think I'm a race car driver.
He's a cop, too.
No, I didn't think I'm a race car driver.
He thinks that the pace car is a race car.
Right.
So,
it's a Corvette. It's a race car.
So you put somebody who thinks they're a race car driver.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
In a car.
Well, let's hear what he's talking about.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well,
That's
let's
the
hear
problem.
it. Go ahead.
Could you let me say two things?
No, because you don't know
Ronnie,
anything.
I want to hear his
You do a
point of
news
view.
story on shit you don't even know what you're talking about. Look
Ronnie,
up what a Corvette is. A Corvette is a race car.
I want to just hear.
Have you ever seen a NASCAR car go around with the top down?
Yeah, the pace cars do sometimes.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but not in a racing capacity
boo-hoo.
where the driver thinks he's a race car driver. They are race car drivers.
I actually knew what I was doing, John, okay?
I would be scared, too.
You stupid ass motherfucker.
Even now the personal attacks start.
Right. Well,
I mean,
because you're personally attacking me.
How did I attack you?
But Ronnie, you're a bore.
I never said I was a race car
Ronnie,
driver.
you're a bore. Let him talk a little.
Yeah, go ahead.
You filibuster with the cursing.
So here we are with the top down. Ronnie going fast. I don't care if it's 67 or what, because the head of the track said he saw the wheels start to slide and that we came dangerously close to the wall 3 different times.
You're supposed to.
And frankly, yes, I was scared. I have
don't
had
blame you.
too many near-death experiences, and I didn't want to die in a pace car with Ronnie. That's not the way I want to go.
Right.
And
well, you could understand why he's scared, Ron. He's not in control, and you are, and he probably panicked.
He had a panic attack.
Yeah.
I didn't
Plain
have a
and
panic
simple.
attack.
Plain and simple. Look at that picture.
No, and number one, I wasn't crying. Number 2, I didn't have a panic attack.
Yeah, you can. Dude,
But
they have the audio of you screaming.
Ronnie was
Please
all-
stop the car. Please stop the car.
Let me hear it. Hold it. I got it here. Let me see what happened in that car. And honestly, I got to take a break. But here.
Good. I have pins in my ankle from a horrible car accident.
Now it's pins in his ankle.
You want to see them?
Since you got a fake eye.
This is while you're driving?
No.
You're
This
in
is-
the car.
They're trying to get him to get in the car.
Oh.
Oh, I almost died. I got pinned in a car. Jesus Christ.
Now what are you doing?
Drove away with him in the car.
Oh, you got in.
When I was 22, I got in a really bad accident.
No, I had gone out by myself.
All right, let me hear this.
Just be careful. Don't go too fast, Ronnie, please. Not too fast. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Whoa. Okay. What? Please, be careful. Last time around, then I want to stop. Okay.
You do sound like a pussy.
All right, stop. No! I said stop, dude! Okay, dude, that's good. Let's take a break. Okay, no, not too bad. No. Please. Oh, shit! Dude! Okay.
I think he's hitting 47 right here.
All right. Oh, Oh, Jesus Christ!
A bicycle just passed you.
Then drop me off. Okay. All right, this is it, and then that's it. Okay. Time for a break, dude. Seriously.
Every time he would moan,
great.
Every time he would moan, you'd speed up.
I just can't. I wouldn't stop.
The other problem was Ronnie couldn't keep his eyes on the road because he brought a Rick's girl. So you have a Rick's girl who's scantily clad. She's hardly wearing any
I
clothing.
wasn't even looking at her.
And
I was
looking
dude,
up
if
at
I
her.
was looking at her, we would have been in the wall. Now stop it, you moron.
And Ronnie was already angry because I pointed out all of the blemishes in the car.
Blemishes.
He said this was the perfect mint condition car.
Yeah.
Well, I get to his house and I start to point out scratches on it.
Yeah,
I
he
say,
put it.
This is anything but mint condition, and he starts putting on decals to cover up the scratches in the car. He puts Rick's decals. It looked like a 5-year-old putting decals on a Hot Wheels car.
And you got in the car with him. By the way, we tweeted out a picture of John Lieberman screaming in the car next to Ronnie.
Terrific.
Look, there it is. It's pretty funny.
Oh, he looks like Scott in that picture, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Looks like Scott the engineer.
Look, call me what you will, but
don't call him Scott the engineer. Yes.
Call me what you will,
right.
But who wants to get in a car with somebody who's already angry and who thinks they're a race car driver?
I never said I was a race car driver.
And the top was down.
I never said I was a
there
race car driver.
There was no roll bar. There was no safety. We had small seatbelts. By the way, Howard, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Does Ronnie wear a seatbelt when he drives you?
I don't know. I don't look. Do you, Ron?
No.
Wow.
Oh, you're kidding.
Why?
I don't like seatbelts. I feel
but
trapped.
dude, it could
I feel
save your
trapped.
life. It could save your life.
We talked about this already.
We did?
Yeah, we talked about it.
You should wear one.
Because we're
It's
driving.
the law.
We're driving up there. He has no seat. I'm already scared from just the drive up there, not in the pace car, in his normal car. We're driving up. He has no seatbelt on. His phone is dinging with Twitter every 3 seconds. So
Okay, I wasn't answering
So
it.
he's looking at the
I
phone.
wasn't answering
He's
the-
giving the
he's such a
finger.
liar.
He's got the car window down. He's giving the finger to the Howard TV cameras. His
You're the
Twitter's
one who
going
told
off with
me.
his phone.
You're
and
the
he's
one who
not
told
wearing
me
a
to give him
seatbelt.
the finger.
So already,
what a
I'm
bullshit
scared.
artist. He's such a bullshit artist.
Well,
You're the one who told me to give them the finger.
I would never tell you
They called
that.
you on the walkie-talkie.
They called
said,
Shuley.
Oh, you're such a liar, man.
all right, Keith, you're on the air.
He's such a liar.
Hey now.
Hey, now.
What's wrong with you?
Ronnie's absolutely right. They definitely race those cars. They're made wide. They have wide tires. They race an exact series with those cars. In fact, I know, Ronnie, you didn't want to go fast because that's your pace car, but you probably would have lit that thing up if it was any other car, right?
No, it's just that first of all, I never took the car on the track before, number one. Number two, the car wasn't set up for a track.
Right. No, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I didn't have the track tires on. I didn't have whatchamacallit, the shocks weren't set for a track. But the car ran good. The guy from the track said the car ran excellent.
Yeah, and they have a paramedic there who's ready with a
That's
body
right.
board for
That's
me
right.
if anything happens.
You're supposed to.
And they had me talk to this guy before we even start. This guy who says, I lost my career on this track. That's the widower's corner, and I shattered my leg and everything. So,
okay. So
you were nervous?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Howard, they have where you can go to tracks. They do these ride-alongs where you can ride with a professional driver, and they top out at 165. I've done it. It's amazing.
Dude, I did the Pocono school in Pennsylvania. Okay,
right? Yeah,
it's a 2.5. Yeah, Steve Fox's school. I did that school. We did 172 miles an hour on the track, and it wasn't a ride. I didn't do a ride along. I actually drove the car.
Well, see, I did the ride along. You should put Lieberman in that car. My God, he probably. Oh my God, the footage on that would be hilarious.
No, we're not putting Lieberman in that car. Thank you for your thoughts.
You got to go with Ronnie now at 172 miles an hour.
That's what we wanted to do originally. We wanted to do that track,
right?
But there was a whole issue with Howard TV and the whole thing.
Well, boys,
that would have been great.
Yeah,
it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I had a great time, man. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, John didn't. You really hated it, right, John?
I hated it. Yeah, I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Right.
I was so glad.
He was sick, man. He was turning
I wasn't
green.
sick.
He was turning. Ask Julie. Julie will give you the real scoop on it.
I was just
he
very.
He lies a lot.
I was very glad when it was over.
Right.
I just wanted it to be over.
Do you wake up happy in the morning?
Oh, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, he looks real happy.
All right, let's take a break. Keith, thank you. Ronnie, right, thank you. I will be back right after these words.
Merman.
Yes.
So you pulled a bit of a Lieberman down in Philadelphia this past weekend at the block party.
I pulled an old school Will night, actually.
So what goes into an old school Will night? Tell us about it.
Well, this one I knew I was in trouble because I didn't eat dinner.
Right.
And then, like I said, I was kid-free, wife-free, and I just said, fuck it, I'm going to get crazy. And the crowd was all hyped up, and it was all Philly guys, and all my buddies were down there, my brother. And I just, I said, fuck it, I'll just start drinking.
Sort of the perfect storm that could happen for old school Will to come out.
People were buying shots, and I don't know. Then he just comes out. There's like a little guy in there, just buried away most of the time. And then every once in a while he shows his ugly head.
You've repressed him with diapers and
I've
early
done the best
mornings
I could.
and bottles and mortgages, and
he was pretty much out every night in college, and now he only comes out on very special occasions.
Is it good to know that old school Will still lingers beneath, or was your weekend rife with regret?
It's a little more regret, just because it's like it's funny. I don't know. It's a weird place to work. Like, you want to be taken seriously as a professional around here, as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Howard hears you just being a total fucking maniac, which was funny at the that night. It was funny. But then Howard hears those clips and it's like, I feel like in some way in his head he goes, oh, can I trust this guy? Is this the kind of guy I want as one of the higher up producers in my operation? But
at the same time, you're providing good content.
Well, that's the other part of it, exactly. I mean, they could put a fucking microphone in your face and tell you to act like a maniac, and then when you act like a maniac, it's like they look down on you. So it's like you never know what the balance is. It's a head fuck. It's always a mind fuck here.
Ron,
yeah,
I'd like to talk to you about your magical ride with Lieberman.
Yeah.
Did this go as well as you could have possibly planned it? I mean, freaking him out is something that you've wanted to do for a long time in this pace car.
Well, listen, let's put it this way. He busted my balls about this car forever. And you know what? And then he goes, he tries to trash it, saying that it's all scratched up, and please. He just doesn't. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. All right, the car's not all scratched up. If you see the pictures of the car is not all damaged like he's saying. But he did put a scratch on it because he's jealous, I guess. I don't know what his problem is. But you know what? It was my pleasure to make him fucking scream in that car. My pleasure.
When you get in a car with somebody who's emboldened by the fact they feel like a race car driver, it's scary. I don't care if you're going 40 or 60 or 80. And by the way, 67 on that track is fast. It's a small track.
Especially for a toy car.
For a toy car with the top down with decals on it, covering up the scratches on this non-mint condition car. He got a good deal on it. I was trying to help him too. I don't dislike Ronnie. I was trying to help him. I was trying to say...
How are you trying to help? By exposing my car to the whole fucking world that I didn't need? That's how you're trying to help me?
I'm talking about something different.
Ronnie, do the decals cover up the scratches?
They're
on this
off. I took them off.
Toy car?
They were peel and stick decals.
But there's nothing. There's nothing.
That's right. Peel and stick, fucking moron.
FM. Good morning. Lots to get to today. We are very busy. And good morning to you. Hey-o. I'm just going to mention some things in a random way. None of them are ranked in terms of importance. I want to pat myself on the back first thing up this morning. I want to congratulate Howard Stern on being an excellent mentor to Gary Delabate, my producer.
Really?
Yes, I do.
And how is this evidenced?
Well, I watched the latest episode on Nerdist.com of Gary's web TV show.
They call him Baba Booey.
They call me Baba Booey is the name of the show. You're right, Robin. And I did Gary a huge favor. The show is 10,000 times better since I intervened.
I see.
And he has me to thank for it. And I'm not joking. First of all,
what did he do this time?
Well, the biggest improvement is when he talks now, he's not putting his chin up in the air and bobbing his head up and down when he's reading off the teleprompter. Because you know why? He's not reading. He has a show on. He explains his watch. He wears a watch when he runs. It's a satellite watch.
His GPS watch.
GPS watch. That's correct, Robin. Again, you're right. So he explains,
I know everything about Gary.
Yeah, right. He explains the watch in his natural way of explaining things. He's not reading from a teleprompter.
So he's talking to you as
Right.
opposed to reading to you.
Exactly, and he does a fine job. And then he interviews John Hine about new television shows. And John is fat. I mean, you're watching it the whole time, and you go, John should host this show. But
Gary should be the guest.
now, the first good sign is I couldn't get through 10 seconds of his previous show where he was reading off the teleprompter.
Yes.
I watched the entire show.
Ah.
I mean, I don't really care about Gary and his dumb fucking watch, but it was compelling enough that I watched it move quickly. He explained it, and then John Hine, his interview with John Hine was very interesting. In other words, what television shows did John Hine recommend as good shows to watch? So, A+ to me.
And so you're not even going to play any clips? We're not going to get evidence of Gary doing well?
I'll be honest, I didn't pull any because there was
nothing to critique.
Right, there's nothing. I mean, the show was a good show. It was well done. He was a good host. And that's why I corrected him. I'm not sitting there. All of you who send me letters, I suspect, are people who are coddled by their parents.
And never get any better.
And probably don't get very far in their jobs.
Yeah.
I got so many letters criticizing me after I told Gary how to be on television. Howard, you think you're so great? You're a shitty judge, blah, blah. You know, people attacking me.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'm a shitty judge.
Like you've actually had people hire you.
Yeah.
Pay you lots of money.
Yeah, I'm getting paid a boatload of dough to be a judge on TV and got asked back to, again. I've got a #1 radio show, so I think in this area I'm pretty well versed. And so I wasn't doing it to be mean. I was honest with him. I was the only person honest with him. Had I not intervened, he would have had that same shitty show.
It would never have improved.
I do have clips.
You think that Gary didn't see it and would never improve?
Nope. I do not. I don't think Gary knows what he's doing. I think Gary thought he was good.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because you know why I knew that?
Why?
The show didn't change for 3 weeks or 4 weeks whenever I intervened. It was the same dumb show with him reading off that teleprompter. Nobody told him it was horrible.
Now, does he feel better about it? Have you talked to him?
I don't know. I did. I called him and I said, you know what? I got to compliment myself. Same rap I'm doing here.
You complimented yourself. You called him so he could hear it.
Yeah, I said, Gary, I did you the biggest favor of your life. Boy, was I right. Your show was terrific this week. And, it's a funny thing, too. The guy who must own this Nerdist website, I don't know who he is. Probably got a lot of money, I guess. He's looking to start something.
Has nothing else to do.
Right. But instead of him pulling Gary's side, say, listen, I'm paying you and you're shit. It's a horrible show. Instead of doing that, he's like, yeah, I'll just use Gary to, because Gary's on the Howard Stern show and they'll talk about it anyway. In fact, he's better off when Gary's bad because
we talk about it more.
Yeah, now I won't even play a clip from it.
You've ruined the whole thing.
Now
the guy had a plan.
Yeah, now I don't care. But, listen, I don't know, these guys, there's so many people who are bad at their jobs or kind of unmotivated because their parents told them everything they do is terrific. And I can't tell you how detrimental that is to someone's growth.
Well, I am amazed that people don't even question whether they're good or not.
No, I'm terrific.
They just know they're good.
Yeah. Oh, I talk to these people all the time. It's not just Gary. But
it never occurs to them that the problem is with them.
Yeah. But the show is actually watchable now. Congratulations. There it is.
I'm shocked that Gary hasn't chimed in to thank you.
No, he'll be angry. Howard's mean to me, both.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, honestly, thank you is right. It should be a sincere thanks. You should have sent me a gift. God, you're not an
I didn't
embarrassment.
send you a gift. You threw it in the garbage.
Yeah, well,
I sent you a watch.
The watch is horrible. Well, the watch was for coming to my house. Now you should send me a gift for making your show watchable.
Why, so you can throw that away?
Well, what an embarrassment your show was. I mean, really. Listen, he's been on the air now with me many years. He's not just the producer. He's an on-air guy. Oh. Well, you must have liked the vice presidential debate. Biden and you shared the same thing, those teeth. Getting back to Gary's show, yes, Jason made the point that Gary went to John Hein too soon, which was an interesting thought because
Too soon?
Well, John Hein's on every show. But maybe Gary has to form his own identity.
Right. Why can't Gary tell you his opinion of what to watch? It's Gary's show. Don't you want to know what Gary thinks is good to watch?
That's what I thought the show was. It's a 5-minute show. In 5 minutes, Gary can't tell you what to watch on TV. Well, Gary claims he doesn't know anything about TV, but you do.
But then you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Why do we need John Hein? If John Hein has a show, I'll watch that, and he'll tell me what to watch.
Okay, can I explain it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing 12 shows to start, 3 segments each. So I'm doing 36 segments. John was on one of them.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going more to an interview thing. Like I'm interviewing a guy tomorrow. I interviewed a guy. I'm doing more interviews, not only interviews, but some interviews. So why would I not go to the guy who knows about TV? Why would I go to a different TV
Because Jason's saying, in other words, you know.
I'm doing 36 segments.
He wants
John
to
was
see
on
you
for
get
2
your
minutes.
get your own identity.
And 35 other times Jason can see me get my own identity.
Well, the show was good.
Thank you.
It was entertaining. It was 5 minutes. It didn't feel like 5 hours. It was a normal guy talking. It was fine. Good. I thank God for me.
I hear a gallop.
Oh, hey, Jason.
The floor was shaking.
What was your point of view, Jason?
My point was that you had hit him pretty hard for the show, and then John seemed to be kind of a safety blanket to kind of.
He ran to John.
Right.
Again,
mommy.
all of this was done before this happened. You can, I swear on the life of my children, ask John. I asked him to come on the show before you spoke.
By the way, look how good Jason looks in a jacket. You look like did you slim down?
Thanks, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm down over 25 pounds.
Good for you.
Thanks, bro.
That's all I wanted Gary to wear is a jacket for that picture I took of him. Look, and that's what he was wearing, that big moo-moo looking shirt.
Moo-moo. You act like no one ever wears a shirt. This is not a moo-moo.
It just does. For a picture, it didn't look good.
Well, your picture.
Looks
oh
like
my
a
God!
blouse.
When you make that face, it's so
looks
fucking
like
annoying.
Looks like a blouse.
That's your opinion. You're wearing schmata. You wear fucking rags around. I mean, that's your look.
Yeah, goof on my look, Gary.
I'm just saying, you have a look, and so everybody has to be what you want.
I don't mind your look. I asked
but
you
it's
in
like
the picture
everybody has
to
be what you
I
want.
had a specific look in mind for the picture.
You said, by the way, you said to me this morning that you asked me about my jacket 3 times. That's not true. It's 1.
3.
No.
I said, where's the jacket?
Right.
And then you mumbled something about it being loaned out, and I went, oh. And you go, you said something like, oh, you know.
That's all one conversation.
Well, right. And you said something like.
But you just said you asked 3 times. You didn't.
Yeah. Within the conversation, I asked 3 times.
It's one conversation.
One conversation, and I asked 3 times. What fucking part of that don't you
know
get?
what? I'm not
I brought
positive.
it up 3 times, and then I gave up. I mean, I don't know. What am I looking to
pull the tape
you?
and see if it were 3 times.
Pull it. It was 3 times. I go, where's their jacket? It's what? I'm trying.
I didn't. I told you exactly where it was.
No, you said something. You just mentioned it was loaned out, and I went, loaned out. What does he mean by that? I go, well, I asked him to wear it, and then he loaned it out, and I go, well, so I asked again about it because I wasn't clear, and again I asked 3 times. You're bored. I'm not.
It's so boring.
So then leave.
I know, but it's just such a silly thing to.
Well, it's so stupid.
I know, but it's so.
If I say wear a jacket for a picture, wear it. That's all. Then you're done. I can't help you enough.
I know.
I fixed your TV show. Now I got to fix your brain.
Gary, obviously it's good to hear some positive feedback about They Call Me Baba Booey from Howard. But is it sort of too little too late in your mind? Like, has there been so much bashing in the past few weeks that?
No, I mean, there's bashing, and now it's good. So I think people will go look at it one way or the other. I don't think it's ruined because Howard said it wasn't good, because now he says it is good.
Do you still feel as though you're under Howard's critical thumb because he's taking credit for the improvements in your show, when you said from the beginning that you were aware of some of these, pitfalls and things you need to improve?
I think I'm always under Howard's critical thumb. I think that no matter what, he will always be watching, monitoring, and helping me. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all better now than it was a couple of weeks ago.
So you'll take it, but and obviously working on the show for many years, you're well aware that Howard has it both ways. When it's bad, he criticizes it, and when it's good, it's his doing.
Yes, well, that's why the show is so popular.
Hey, by the way, if you want to talk about the dummy move of the century, our program director, who I hired, Tim Sabian.
What did he do?
He told me Thursday and Friday he was taking 2 days off to go. He does this extreme biking, the motorcycling.
Right, where they travel for days at a time.
Motocross, it's called?
I think it's called motocross.
Yeah, and they go in the desert.
Yeah.
So he fell off his bike this time. And a lot of guys died doing this, like, no joke. Of course, he fell off his bike. He broke a bunch of ribs.
Ooh. Really?
He could barely walk.
And you gave him the time off.
I didn't give him the time off. He was entitled to a certain amount of time off, and this is what he decided to use.
You should never give him time off.
Yeah, he's just so fucked up. And he's so not an athlete. And the last time he went, he lost all the feeling in his hand.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, but he
was going to the doctor for that.
It's almost like, I guess it's sort of like a death wish. Because he said to me, some guys die. Some guys die doing this.
Howard, he's on his way in, slowly, but they're telling me that he didn't fall. He just stood up and his ribs broke.
What?
Huh?
Yeah. He was at the top of the Piedmont, and he stood up and heard a crack. So it wasn't an accident. He just stood up and heard a crack, and two of his ribs broke. He'll tell you.
You're an idiot.
What are you, an old lady?
That's Mr. Idiot to you, sir.
What's wrong with you, man? What do you mean you stood up and so your ribs must have cracked while you were riding?
Right. Well, I was going up this hill. It was about a 30-degree hill, and I get to the top, and I stood up on the bike, and all of a sudden I hear crack, crack. I'm like, oh fuck!
You stood up on the bike. It was moving, or you?
Yeah, I was moving. I was at the top of right at the crest of the hill. It was a 30-degree.
What do you think happened? Did you talk to a doctor?
I just hyperextended it. And I broke 2 ribs.
I don't understand.
Hyperextended it. You know what
just
he
by
did?
Standing?
No, but what happened? Last time you couldn't move it for days, right?
That's because he was leaning on his hands.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then I think what happened is the way you're seated in the bike.
Well, you're going up the hill. You're up the hill, and all of a sudden you hit the crest of the hill, and I come up on the hill, and the bike goes over. I made the hill, and I stood up on the pegs, and all of a sudden I heard my back crack. And I'm like, oh, and I collapsed.
Why did you stand up anyway?
Well, you do.
Because he's excited.
Well, you do. No, they do.
Yeah.
You said.
Knows. It's
about lowering your center of gravity.
Exactly.
I'm just assuming, first of all, it's not even athletic what you're doing. You're just sitting on a stupid bike.
Oh, you're not.
Motorbike.
No, you don't sit on a bike. On a dirt bike, you don't sit.
I got to say, that is a very athletic sport, and that's why I'm surprised he's doing it, because most of the time when you're doing off-road riding, you're standing on the pegs.
But look at his belly.
He should never be on an off-road bike. Not in this shape.
Yeah.
I mean,
he works out to get ready for
the last time you came back, Jim McClure had to button your pants for you because you couldn't move your hands. And now look at you, man.
Well, I'll be okay.
Did you go to a doctor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They took me in an ambulance. They came and they brought the ambulance up the hill. I don't know how they got up the hill.
Howard, we're getting Lieberman's working on getting the 911 call.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So
Lieberman.
So they put me on one of those boards and with the neck brace and all that stuff, and they brought me into the emergency room. And I get there, and
you're a single guy. Why are you not out just fucking, man? That was my sport when I was single.
I like riding dirt bikes.
Yeah, well, great.
I
like riding a woman. And you know what? You don't break any ribs.
Right? Yeah, you wouldn't be in pain.
So
right
anyway,
now.
so I go to the doctor, and so they let me out.
You can't even think straight. You can't even think straight because you're in so much pain. They give you a painkiller?
They say yeah. I'm not taking them though.
Would they give you oxys?
I don't know. I don't like taking that shit. But they said you're not going to go to work this week, are you? I said, are you kidding me? I said, work for the Howard Stern show. You miss a day of that, you're dead. So So anyway, I got to go back and sit down.
Let me see you walk. It's probably funny.
It's real. It's just hysterical.
Let's see.
It's hysterical.
Take off your headphones. Take off your headphones. Can you lift your hand?
Right. Does every move hurt?
Don't you realize you're not a fucking athlete? And don't you realize you don't do this shit? Like
well, this
dude,
is all part of it, though.
You're a fat old guy.
No, I'm not a fat old guy.
Well, you're fat.
Well, this is a
how
wake
old
up
are
call. I'm 57.
Yeah, that's a fat old guy.
This is a good wake up call. And I'll get back in shape and
get
be
back
fine.
in shape.
I will.
Meanwhile, I go to dinner with Tim, and he's bitching the whole time. I'm there with my friend Pat. My friend Pat owns a gym, and Tim goes, "You own a gym? I got to get in shape." He's angry. I got to get in shape. I got to get in shape. So Pat goes, "Well, yeah. What are you doing?" I got to get to the gym. I got to get to the gym. So Pat goes, "Okay, give me a call." Have you called Pat? No.
No, I haven't called him
No,
yet.
of course not.
No, if
'cause
talking made
I've been busy.
Tim in shape.
And I am busier than the fucking president.
You're busy,
I don't have
but
time
now
to go
look at
to
you.
Camp David and all this shit. I am busier than that
Camp David.
motherfucker.
Crap.
I am.
You're not that busy. I call you sometimes. You're not in your office. You're out eating lunch.
No, I'm not. I'm always busy. I'm doing something. It's work related.
All right.
Always work related.
Well, then start
is related to
taking
work.
meetings in a gym.
This is a guy who can't even shit in a bowl and get good aim, and now he's out riding a dirt bike for 2 days.
Well, the reason I can't
guess
shit in the boat
what?
because I got 2 broken ribs.
Yeah, well, that's good. Your shitting
That's
will
what I was
probably
going to
improve.
say. Now there's going to be shit on the walls again.
Yeah. No. I think he's going to. Well, you're probably going to fall off the toilet
and break some more ribs.
You're so fucked up, man.
I'm not fucked up.
And it's such
I'm
a
hurting.
suicidal thing because after I lost use of my hand for days, I don't think I'd ever do that shit again.
Well,
And haven't guys died doing this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you're all out of shape and you all
No,
think
but it's life. It's life. You got to embrace life.
Isn't.
No, it's not. Whose life is that? Your life is what you choose to do. Be like my parents. Sit at home and lock yourself in a house.
All right. Thanks.
Mr. Busy had time to go bike riding for 2 days.
Right. And break his ribs.
God, he looks. You look close to death, dude.
Tim,
Yeah.
you gonna be all right, man?
Yeah, I'm going to be all right.
Last time, you had the numbness in your fingers, and you said that's not gonna stop you.
No,
You're gonna keep
fuck
riding.
no.
Is this gonna stop you?
No.
This isn't a warning sign that
It's all part of it.
bad things can occur.
The terrorists don't let them win. Never let the terrorists win.
So you're still resilient, even in the face of danger.
Fuck yes. This is nothing.
What is it about? You really love it that much that you're willing to risk your body like
As
this?
hell yeah, it's fun. It's life. You enjoy life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness.
You're an American.
An American. It's my right. I gotta go to work.
All right.
He's really enjoying life.
All right, Lisa G has some news for us. Lisa, what do you have for us from the Howard 100 newsroom? Let's hear what's going on. Lisa, hi.
Glassberg takes shits at work.
Lisa does take shits at work. That's true.
My theme song.
Sometimes she has to go. What do you have for us on your iPad there?
Big day on Thursday, Howard, because that's when Howard TV will be following Ronnie the limo driver and John Lieberman to a racetrack where they're going to race in his infamous pace car. Now,
Wow.
Ronnie will not be driving the pace car to the racetrack in Connecticut.
Of course
He's going to be towing it behind a U-Haul trailer.
So important, that car.
Is Ronnie going to really open it up when he gets on the track?
Ronnie's going to open it up.
Very gingerly take his car around.
I have no idea.
No, I think he's going for it.
He's going for it. And John Lieberman's
I
going to be...
think he has extra insurance.
He does. All right, good.
Would hope so.
Anything else from the newsroom?
Yes, Benji Bronk has a new iPhone app along with girlfriend Elisa. It's called Benjalisa, and it's free. And we just found out that it was designed by the guy who did the Ugly Meter app, Joe Overline.
Wow, that guy's on a roll. He's on a mad tear.
What happens with the Benjalina?
Yeah,
Well,
what is it?
Benjalisa, you'll be able to find out their show dates, hear their music, check out photos, and check out their YouTube channel.
You know, it's unbelievable. Every person I know who's on our show, their girlfriends or wives always want to be famous.
Everyone?
Every one of them. Not everyone, but not Mary Delabate.
No.
But, all right, listen, what am I going to tell you?
But with Benji, it's almost like they're John and Yoko. You know, the untalented.
John and Yoko, if they had no talent?
Hey, Robin.
All right. Yes, Benji.
Elisa is so much more talented than you, Robin.
Why do you think the world hasn't discovered Elisa?
I think a lot of genius musicians, unfortunately, you can be an absolute genius at music and not make a big career out of it.
What a shame.
Why do you think?
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know.
she's
You're the one who
untalented.
said she's very talented. I mean, why do you think the world is ignoring her talent?
I think like I said, I'm sure you know a lot of incredible musicians that don't make a career out of it.
Not really.
Really?
I really don't.
Okay.
The ones I know are very talented and they make a career out of it.
All
the
right,
ones that
well,
aren't.
listen.
I had a friend, a guy, Eddie, I knew years ago. He played guitar. But you could tell he was never going to be, never going to be a big guitar player. He was a good. I mean, Fred's very talented. You know, Fred's not going anywhere with it, though, and he knows it.
Well, listen,
Fred uses it in his work, though. He does song parodies, and he enjoys it. But he's not sitting.
She doesn't go around.
He's not going around looking for record deals.
And neither is she. I'm the one that's saying it.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, why do you think the world has ignored her talent?
I think that I don't think it means that you're untalented at music. I think you can be a genius actor.
When is she going to give it? How old is she now?
She's almost 30.
Almost 30. Do you think she's going to give it up at some point and say, forget it? You think she's going to keep trying?
I think she has. I'm pushing her to do
you're pushing her.
Yeah.
Why do you need her to be famous? You can't be with a regular girl?
No, Robin, I don't need to be famous.
No, he needs to be with a superstar.
She's an incredible musician.
You really want her to get that famous that she leaves you?
I don't.
Don't you want to keep her in a subservient
She's incredible,
role?
incredible musician.
Yeah.
And I think I think it would be a shame for her not to keep doing it.
Fred, Fred, look.
Right.
I don't know how comfortable you are being honest, but does she have some ability that is being ignored by the world?
I think she might have ability. However, having said that, I don't think she's necessarily putting her career in the right direction. I don't know if she's playing out a lot. I mean, people who want to do this for a living, they're constantly gigging, they're constantly playing out.
They wouldn't be singing with Benji.
And they're not They're not singing with Benji and making apps in their living room. That's an. I don't know if that's.
Listen,
Fred's a very honest guy.
She was ready to completely give up music. I'm telling her,
then maybe she should give it up. You've got to have. Here's the deal. To do that, you've got to have such a.
But that has
passion.
nothing. That has nothing.
Benji,
to
you're
do.
making Fred angry.
That has nothing to. Fred, that has
All right,
nothing.
thank you.
No,
All right, Lisa, anything else?
That has nothing to do
All right,
with
thank you.
talent.
Thank you. It's enough discussion. I had enough discussion about your girlfriend.
No, here's a
I'm
challenge.
done.
No,
I'm
here's a
done. All right,
challenge.
thank you. All right, what else, Lisa? Go ahead.
John Hine has been hired by Wendy's.
It's a challenge.
Here's your challenge.
All right, what's the challenge?
What are we challenging?
Here's your challenge. Here's your challenge.
Why do I need a challenge?
Here's why I hold up my chubby, hairy arm.
I think it's great. What am I going to tell you? I think she's sexy.
All right.
Sexy, yes.
I agree. Bring in you, her, anyone.
Yeah.
Someone give a song on the spot to come up with a song in a half hour, a new song.
Right.
And hers will beat anyone.
Oh my God!
Great. You shall beat me in a song contest.
Anyone?
Because I'm a huge
All right, let's bring in Elton John or
Bring in
Stevie
Elton
Wonder.
John and her and a piano.
All right.
Give him an hour. Give him a half hour.
All right, I'm going to leave it up to you to arrange for that. Okay.
Okay. Do you? Well, if I gotta get Elton's number from you.
Get Elton John. I don't have his number. I'm waiting for you. You get a musician, a well-known musician, to compete with her.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
listen, the challenge is out there. Well-known musicians listen.
Oh, I'm sure that all of them are going to take it up.
Wait, the phone is ringing. It's Paul McCartney. I'd like to do that.
Let me handle this.
You handle it.
All right.
All right. Benji's in charge of that. I like that
I
challenge.
extend this to Pearl Jam and the surviving members of Queen.
Lisa, thank you. Anything else, please? Go ahead. I want to move on. Go
yes,
ahead.
John Hine has been hired by Wendy's to judge a Wendy's customer create your own burger contest.
Yeah, what is that? I mean, John Hine is hired by Wendy's. That's a big deal.
Yeah, right?
He's working that whole fast food thing. He's working it into an early grave, but
I was going to say, is he going to die once he finishes this contest?
The best part is he wanted to get paid in coupons.
Is that true?
Yeah,
he doesn't want money?
Well, they ended up, paying him, but he wanted coupons because he eats there so much.
He loves Wendy's, yeah.
Yeah, he does. And you know what? I ran into country singer Kenny Rogers. He was up here at Sirius XM.
I heard your interview, yes.
He's a big fan of yours. He thinks you're great and honest, and you were terrific on America's Got Talent. He's a big fan.
Extended to Kenny Rogers.
Would Kenny Rogers take a talent?
I think he probably would. He's a big fan.
I would love to see that. Benji's girlfriend and Kenny Rogers in a head-to-head songwriting battle.
And then is the audience going to vote?
Yes,
my money's on Kenny.
They're going to vote Gangnam Style. We're going to have Benji's girlfriend in with Kenny Rogers. I'll give them a random topic. Kenny will have a half hour, and so will Elisa Jordana. And they'll write a song, and then the audience will vote whose is better.
Any musical genre like country, pop,
Doesn't
rap,
matter.
anything.
Like, all
Who
genres.
has the best song?
Lyrics and music.
Lyrics and music. That's correct, Benji. Will she go head-to-head with Kenny Rogers?
Yes.
The guy wrote all kinds of hit songs.
Yes.
Starting with rock. Kenny Rogers, a lot of people know, was in a band called First Edition.
I love Kenny. Yeah, he's great.
Look what condition my condition is in. Fuck off.
Does Kenny write music?
Oh, yeah, he writes music.
Islands in the Stream.
Did he write Islands in the Stream?
Yeah, didn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he wrote with Dolly Parton.
Who wrote it?
The Bee Gees wrote Islands in the Stream.
Yeah, but didn't he write something with Dolly Parton?
All right, Benji's want to go up with the surviving Bee Gee.
I go
Or the dead ones, I don't care.
All right, thank you, please. Enough with Benji and the girlfriend. It'll never happen. Lisa, thank you.
That's it. Okay, thanks.
Takes shits at
I mean, caught in the Benji vortex.
Take shits at work.
Yeah.
Take shits at work.
John,
Yes.
the much hyped pace car shoot is impending. It's coming up very soon. Do you ever worry that there's just too much hype surrounding something and that it might not pan out? It might not be as glorious and as great as, almost the dance around whether or not you'd be able to ride in that pace car. Do you ever wonder if the payoff will match the hype?
Yeah, well, that's a good point because I just found out that the pace car is an automatic. So basically, Ronnie isn't going to be driving me around a track. He's pretty much just going to be riding me around. All he has to do is steer and step on the gas. So I don't know how exciting that's going to be. I just know that it's not going to take that much skill to drive this pace car.
That's how they were made by General Motors. I didn't pick it. That's the way they were made.
Do you think this waters down the shoot?
Why would it water down the
Well,
chute?
because we're not going to really see you maneuvering and changing gears. We're just going to see you kind of sort of pedal to the metal.
What are you talking about?
I'm just quoting John. Please don't shoot the messenger.
John thinks he's such a smart ass. I'll fuck him up now, okay?
We gonna drive in reverse the whole time? You gonna punch him in the face?
No, I'll make him shit his pants.
You now sound as electric as that pink shirt you have on.
You're a very funny man.
Benj, are you offended by what transpired today as far as your fellow coworkers and their analysis of Elisa and your involvement with her music and everything like that?
Well, listen, the thing people don't realize, I push her. She is not someone that pushes herself at all. And I think, it's like, what's up?
That's what she has you for.
Huh?
That's what she has you for.
She does.
No, I know.
She doesn't believe in, and I've told her, you need to, reach out to people. That's but I believe in her music. I think she's an incredible musician, she writes her music, she writes the lyrics, she writes it, she performs it. I think she's incredible. So,
All right, let's get over this.
and but I think people love to just put people down, and it's listen to it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
What about the commentary that it's getting to be too late in her career?
That's ridiculous. I mean, the thing is also she has, what's a career? She has had huge successes. She was in one of the biggest rock bands in the country. She's sold songs to TV shows. So she's had songs on the Hills and some other reality shows, and she's had successes, big successes. I'm the one that's pushing her to keep doing it. So.
But you truly believe that she needs that little nudge from you to keep following her dream. You believe in her that much. That she'd be throwing away an extraordinary amount of talent if she were to say no to it.
Yeah, I can't predict how big someone will make it, financially, that kind of thing. But I think she's an incredible musician, and I think when someone can bring beauty to the world, it's a great thing to do. I know it makes her happy to make music, so I think she should keep doing it.
So your message to her is don't stop believing.
Yeah. Stop believe. Yeah.
Your eyes look very nice from this angle.
Yeah. Check out the song. Here's another new song of hers I just heard recently that I hadn't heard. It's
We're back, Howard, when you want.
Heartbreak.
Playing a song.
Heartbreak.
If we
I'll
could
put it up
don't
somewhere.
be broke out of this, it'd
Thanks,
be great.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
I'm Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked to Will and Scott DePace about their weekend at the block party. Will got a little drunk and a little out of control. DePace complained that he didn't like getting yelled at and that he now thinks the show is not funny. That led to a lot of fun arguments like the ones you're about to see.
We got to talk about this block party because I had heard reports from a variety of people on people's sobriety and drunkenness. Well, I guess it's both things. Getting involved when they shouldn't be getting involved. And it kind of boiled over today. And Will sort of, Will had a few.
Maybe more than a few.
All right, much more than a few. Had a great time, said some embarrassing things. And I wonder, when you go in there and Howard starts telling you, grow up, in Will's head, he's like, oh my God, what's Howard think of me now? Well,
I think Will's bummed. I think timing was particularly bad since Will just said 2 weeks ago that acting like that was all behind him. And Will goes, you still do it every once in a while. I said, I know, but you did it 2 weeks after you said it was all behind you. I think that's what makes it funny. But I mean, we've all gotten drunk. You will play the tapes tomorrow. He's very inebriated.
Yeah. He told me he doesn't remember what he said.
Yeah, he's all slurry and stuff. And then, first of all, I'm watching the Jet game last night. I go at halftime to check Lotus Notes, and there's just a ridiculous amount. Wolfie sent me 2 sets of emails. Shuley sent me 2 sets of emails. Doug sent me 2 sets of emails. I've got literally, no lie, 25 clips to listen to of Will drunk, DePace fighting, Ronnie from the stage telling DePace to shut the fuck up. All sorts of madness going on.
So DePace was there as a VIP, and apparently he was distracting to the talent because he was busy talking. And Shuley made the point today on the show that when the show starts, they ask everyone, hey, keep the noise down until we're done and then do whatever you want. But Ronnie, you took it upon yourself to tell DePace to sit down and shut up, yes?
Sit down, shut up. That's right.
What happened? Were you aware he was doing it, or did someone tell you to tell DePace?
Actually, I heard it was DePace, your girlfriend, and one of our interns who was making
I told them all to shut up.
And he did yell at all of them. That's the point in all this, is that DePace...
And then he took it so personal.
Well, out of all the people that Ronnie yelled to shut the fuck up, including his own girlfriend from the stage...
Which I saw, by the way, when Ronnie was telling them to shut the fuck up...
It wasn't nasty.
He's being stage Ronnie.
Yeah.
I would be more insulted if you walked up to me and talked to me like that. You weren't on stage. I get what Ronnie was doing.
And it was the start of the show. I couldn't go out into the audience and tell them to be quiet. And frankly, that's not my job. And I shouldn't have to worry about doing that with our guests that are coming, that work here, that are our friends. So I said to Ronnie, when you go back up there, you need to get them to shut up because we look like idiots. We're telling all these people that bought tickets, hey, don't yell shit out. And then our own people that we bring are yelling shit out to each other, and it's like, I don't want to see that.
Gary, you saw the tape. Do you think DePace had a right to be offended by being yelled at like that with everybody else?
I didn't see the tape of him talking. Like, I couldn't tell how loud it was. You can't tell unless you're there. And like I said, Ronnie was sort of being stage Ronnie. I think Ronnie wanted him to shut up, and he figured, here's a funny way to do it from the stage to incorporate it into the show and to get him to shut up.
And then he came backstage afterwards and tried and like, how dare you do this to me?
Well, that's the other thing. Out of all the people Ronnie scolded, and not even his girlfriend came backstage and was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? DePace immediately comes backstage and says...
You would have slapped your girlfriend if she came back?
And yelled at me the way DePace did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sean Connery of the Stern Show.
Exactly.
But none of them came back.
It's true. When you're old, you can say whatever you want. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, what do they care?
You've earned that right.
You just point and go, Alzheimer's. But no, he was the only one that came back, and his whole attitude was, how dare you yell at me in front of all these people?
Will Murray, I know you're a little older these days. You got.
Well, you saw the whole thing. What happened?
Yeah. He doesn't remember shit. Are you kidding me?
I know.
I heard you're doing the Eagles cheer.
I do remember that. That was awesome.
And I heard Howard said your material went over really well. I guess you were insulting JD for most of it.
Yeah, that was funny. That was good.
But I got to say,
any point, it went downhill from there.
I got to say, Will and I had a very funny moment this morning. Will came in and he knew I had all the clips, and he goes, "Dude, there's a lot of I don't remember." He goes,
"Oh, there's a lot he doesn't remember."
He goes, "A lot of." He goes, "I heard you playing a little bit of it."
and I was cringing. He goes, "Is there anything weird in there?" And I said, "Yeah, for some reason you seem to want to eat a lot of girls' asses, but it's completely unprovoked
and come in their face."
We'll save it for tomorrow.
You remember any of this?
I remember very little of it. Listen, I just got down there and I was like, all right, let's get crazy. Whatever.
And you know what?
It's one of those nights.
I respect Will for it because he's a father now. He's married now. I get it. When you get out of the house, it's a release. It's a party. You go a little nuts sometimes, and I get it. And as drunk as he was, as a mess as he was still manageable. I didn't have one problem with Will the entire night.
Thank you.
Hold on. Before you start in, Scott, Gary, so during the break, I'm walking in. We'll get to him. I'm walking into the studio, and Scott, you asked me just a question. I forgot what it was about. But then I see over your shoulder, Shuli's like yelling at you, and I like really pissed off. This argument went on all throughout the break, back and forth, nonstop. And
In front of our guests.
So here's a well, it wasn't the guests, it was the tech guys, but I get it. But here's the really funny part. You guys are yelling at each other. So we're in a break, and everybody keeps coming in, telling me that there's a big fight. But every time the door opens, you can hear the fight. So it's like Howard's like reading something, or Will's giving him notes. I was like, fuck you, and then the door closes. So like Howard couldn't wait to get back to get you guys on.
Surely smelled airtime, so
Yeah. You think that's what it was for real?
No, I think he's really angry, but I don't think he has a right to be.
So this is one thing I can't get straight. Is the argument that you didn't like the way Shuli talked to you, or is the argument okay the way Ronnie took you, or is the argument that you were a guest at Shuli's event and then you came back and talked about how it all sucked?
No, that became my defense. You know, that after he pissed me off, then I said, fuck it.
So how did your argument start, you and Shuli? What were you arguing about?
Today?
Yeah, how did it start?
It was about the event. Apparently,
what about
it was Shuli's idea, and he just said that for Ronnie to address me from the stage.
Yeah, but you didn't know that this morning. I told you I didn't tell you.
You said it wasn't your idea, so I figured out it was Shuli.
No, it could have been 10 other people's idea.
Well,
Mad Dog was pissed off. Mad Dog was pissed off.
No, he was not.
Yes,
he
was.
I went and talked to him, and he said,
he was.
I didn't even see you.
You're lucky it wasn't John Tolkien. He probably would have sat on you.
Scott, so Ronnie's not just yelling at you; he's yelling at his girlfriend. He's yelling at your whole party there.
From what my take on it, yeah, maybe it's all about me, but I heard a good 45 seconds about me and telling me to go outside, take it outside, and all that shit. Then he said,
"No, I said everybody take it outside, all of you."
And then he addressed his girlfriend. I didn't even hear him address the.
You ever do anything wrong? You ever do anything wrong?
Dude, it's not about that. I admit I was talking. I don't think I was talking loud. I don't think one person up on stage could hear it, but I do admit I was talking. All right, but you don't treat me like a fucking kid. That's not me. I'm not one of your groupie fans.
Can I just ask
you? That's right, groupie fans. I have a lot of them.
I'm not one of the guys who likes to hear you just yell at them from the crowd.
First it was you didn't want to hang out with me in a strip club. Then you come and hang out at a fucking block party, and you fucking.
I thought it was going to be fun.
You don't even watch the show. All you do is hang out backstage and fucking drink all our beer.
Well, Scott, what were you just saying?
Meeting all the people there was parts of the night that were
hated you,
fun.
Man. They all told you to go fuck off.
You know what? They loved me at the end when I'm taking pictures with all of them.
Of course, because it was free to get a free picture with anybody.
One moment, right when I walked in, I came in and this girl goes, "Oh, I hate you."
See?
I go, "Oh, I love you," and she goes, "Can I take a picture?" I go, "Sure."
But so you're mad about everything that went on, but then you came in today and then you told everybody how much the whole event sucked.
And now, had I come in, let me ask you this, and answer
Ronnie
honestly.
Had simply apologized to me.
Scott,
fuck no.
Then you would
apologize for what?
So if Ronnie apologized to you, then you'd lie and say it was a good event.
Well, he's lying right now because he came to me numerous times during the night and said he was enjoying himself and he liked the show.
Really?
And if I came in today and I had your
All
back,
I said was that
if I came in today and I had your back. And I said Ronnie was out of line for yelling at you on stage, would you have said all the shitty things about the show that you said?
No, of course not.
Okay, so you're a fucking phony.
Doesn't mean
piece
that I'm
of
phony.
shit.
It means that I would protect
You're a total
you as
phony.
a friend.
What does it mean?
As a friend,
you
I would stick up for you and your project.
As a friend.
But
Don't
now,
come to my shows if
you're
a friend.
Fucking do that shit. Well, fuck you. Then I'll tell you
if
what I really feel about
Do you
it.
understand that one doesn't happen without the other? You don't get yelled at if you're not standing there talking like a fucking idiot during the show.
I'm not a fucking kid.
Well,
fucking
stop acting like one.
Come up to
Take
me and tell me like an adult.
Fucking
Don't fucking
baby.
rip me on from the stage.
Baby, all you do is turn around.
The place is talking because no one.
No,
fucking
it wasn't.
enjoyed
That's
the
how I
comedy.
spotted you guys.
Yeah, right.
They really weren't.
That's what really got to him.
What's that?
Everybody climbed on his back. When I did that, They got all over him. They were booing him. They were chanting, "Fuck Scott, fuck Scott."
No, they were
They
not.
were so. Play the fucking tape.
Oh, please. If
Scott,
that went on,
it's
it went
all
for a
on
second.
tape, man.
Scott, the thing I can't figure out is you seem to be way angrier with Shuley, who may or may not have told Ronnie, than Ronnie, who actually said it.
Listen,
but why is that?
Because he's coming at me with this fucking attitude.
But Ronnie's the one who yelled at you.
Ronnie's a fucking joke. What do you want to get to do?
Yeah, I'm a joke.
What do you mean Ronnie's a joke?
He's a stage act. I mean, what the fuck?
Right. Exactly.
So you think
That's
Ronnie's
what we were
just
there
doing his
for.
job, but Shuli's being
I
more
don't know.
serious?
It's hard to be angry at Ronnie.
This is your fucking boss, man.
No, but there is something going on here. They both did the same thing, probably Ronnie more than Shuley, yet you're angrier at Shuley than Ronnie. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because I make sense. Because I have him up against the ropes.
Called me phony.
He doesn't
realize
argument.
the logic. Basically, I was saying that, yeah, if you hadn't been on part of this or whatever, and you hadn't taken Ronnie's side or whatever, I might have been willing to just be like, oh,
I'm looking out
Instead,
for our
fuck
show.
you.
I'm looking out for our show. Don't
Hey,
you
Will,
understand
what do you
that?
think of the show?
It was pretty good. What I remember, I don't remember much.
It's not what you told me.
No,
that
listen.
night.
Here's the. But
Come on.
it was a bar. It's a huge bar, so it has a feel to it. It's not like you're in, like a theater where it feels like a Broadway show where you have to be quiet.
And
There's
at the end of the
a
day,
feeling like a party to it. It's a bit,
Even this morning
it is a
on
bit of
the
a
air,
clusterfuck, but I think
you
that's the
said
charm of it.
The
He's on-
highlight. You said the highlight of Ronnie and JD's
Yeah, I
time
agree with
was
that.
doing the poem Winter.
Well, I said that on the show today. I said, listen, I thought I'd put a little time and effort into introducing JD, and then JD gets up there and he just starts mumbling around. And I said the best thing they did was read Winter on stage. But Ronnie says he's not a comedian. He said
And
that,
the bottom line for me is I don't really care what you or Will or anybody thinks. I care what the
Sounds like
fans
you
who
do.
pay money to come see this show
Then
think.
why are you getting all upset when I said it?
Because you're there as our guest. We're bringing you as our friend. You're coming to support us. You're coming to a show to be a part of it and enjoy it with us.
But Julie, if it really is about the fans in that way, do you think they'd rather see a guy named Mad Dog do comedy or hear you and Scott yell at each other from the stage?
I tell you what,
they're
man,
stern fans.
it's a comedy show. It's a comedy show. It's not back office radio on stage. The people are not going to be happy with that at the end of the night. We've done it. We've done that kind of tour where we were on we were up there with Beetlejuice and Chic, and they're fighting. And yeah, there's a small a group of people that like that, but for the most part, people are going, we want to be entertained. We want to see a show.
Whatever. I won't go again.
And
Don't
Mad
worry
Dog,
about it.
promise?
You won't go for free and drink the beer ever again?
Oh, the 6 beers. I'm so sorry.
Bullshit, 6 beers.
How much are you for 6
You gotta
fucking
be
Coors
kidding
Lights?
me, 6
Go ahead. How much do I owe you for that?
6 beers is what you drank before you even got there.
Teddy.
So don't tell
they
me you
weren't your
drank 6 at the
Six
at the
beers.
beer,
Guys. Are you kidding me?
Hold on.
6 beers in the first hour.
Will Murray, question for you.
Yeah.
Your clips are on, you're on deck tomorrow. How do
Maybe.
you?
Who knows?
Well, how do you handle tonight? Do you worry about it, or can you kind of forget about it when you go
At
home?
this point, it's kind of like whatever. I'm giving up. Like I said, I feel like I was taken advantage of a little bit, but I was running through Central Park at 4 a.m. with no clothes on, so it's kind of like I was asking for it.
Do you think this changes the way Howard thinks about you?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, that's obviously the part I'm more bummed out about than anything. It's like you try and go out and have a fun night, and then the next thing you know, it's like thrown in your face at
Don't
work.
worry about it. He doesn't know who you are.
If every asshole that ever got drunk and talked about work outside of work, it's just like everybody would look like shit. So I don't know what to say.
I'm laughing because he's absolutely right. He couldn't have picked a worse event. I got clips sent from Shuley, Doug, and Wolfie. I mean, it's like the whole fucking world was watching.
Yeah, I know.
Cameras are out there.
And I'd like to say the one person trying to protect you the whole time was me.
Wait a minute. I have audio, right? This whole thing starts. Will starts talking, and DePace is starting this whole thing off with Will and is sitting there recording it on his cell phone. So then about a minute or two later,
I saw where it was going.
he says, all right, this isn't right. Stop the tape. And I go, Scott, weren't you just recording this on your cell phone? He goes, well, I'm going to delete it now.
Jason in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Bet it's still in there.
Yeah, I was calling the whole show that they have. It is a comedian. It's a comedy show. I mean, they do have some jokes, but mainly it's like I said this morning. It's a circus. So everybody's in the bar talking. We want to see retards, and like the Wack Pack could come up. We could care less about comedians. So Scott's right. I mean, everybody's talking. Everybody's mingling. It ain't like everybody's quiet waiting for the big punchline. There was none.
Shuli, is that insulting when somebody tells you? What I think he said is it's a train wreck.
Right.
We don't care about comedy. We just care about seeing JD and the people from the show.
We have two people that host this show that have never hosted any type of show.
Well, in
ever.
all fairness, they've hosted 20 or 30 of them now.
Well, right, but I'm saying
they should be a little better.
But I'm saying, in essence, the idea of it was to put on people that fans of the show could come out and see how they really are on the show, on stage as well. And in between those two things, we actually have comedians that come on and perform. Because, look, we can shove one retard out there after another, but I guarantee you, it sounds good on paper. It's not a show. You're going to walk away going, what the fuck? That was a waste of money.
I would think the cheaper way would just to do.
And we do bring up all the retards.
Just do a meet and greet with the fucking.
But we do bring up all the retards.
So it's like retard, be wild and crazy, and then here's a comedian. Now be quiet, and now retard, be wild and crazy.
And every city we go to has no problem with this format, other than when you showed up Friday night.
Well, you know what? Your VIP area was right in the middle of the fucking crowd. Everyone's asking me questions.
No, the VIP area was in the backstage green room where you walked back and yelled at us.
Wherever
and scolded us for yelling at you.
Someone told me that I was supposed to be out near the bar was where.
Well,
I
clearly
could
you
see
didn't stay there, and you sit there and you say that I sucked on stage. Where were you when I was on stage?
I think by that time I was. I don't know.
I know where you were. You weren't anywhere in the audience,
No,
and you
did
didn't
see
hear.
you.
Oh, please.
Julie got a
Fell
lot of
asleep.
laughs.
But Scott,
I remember people laughing.
Take it from the guy who was completely annihilated drunk.
But Scott,
he said I killed.
Why did you care so much that they yelled at you on stage? I mean, did you see
how he did it?
But what I saw was sort of silliness.
It's how you approach.
You know what I mean?
the
It was
pace.
Ronnie being silly.
Yeah, no, I didn't take it that way. It literally, if he just said, "Hey, everyone out there, shut the fuck up," DePace, I'm talking to you, or something real quick, that would have been one thing. But instead, it's DePace, fuck you, go outside, and if you want to talk, you're not ruining my fucking show, fuck you. And it just kept going. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm not even doing anything. I'm standing there.
Maybe that was Ronnie's way of introducing you to the audience in a funny way.
Well,
I can't tell you how many people come up to me at shows and say, I wish you could have done more time. And sometimes I can't because the crowd turns out to be like you.
I thought you said everyone follows your lead.
Not
there.
every
What do you
time.
mean?
Sometimes when I got to bring High Pitch Eric up, I bring him up because I don't have the ability to get any more material out because everyone is like you, talking and blabbing. And
maybe it's a problem with your command of the audience there, not
what do you
me.
know about command about anything?
Well,
you can't even
it
take
seems
responsibility.
Seems to me
you
that
are
they're
a
not listening
child.
to you.
You are a
Whose
child.
fault is that?
All right, you two, take it outside.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I admitted I was a little low, but I still thought that Sal blowed. But let me tell you one thing, we was breaking it down old school right here in this room. Check it.
I do want to get into this battle between you and John Lieberman, and John's over here. My question to you both, and I want an honest answer. Mm-hmm. John, you first, then Sal. Do you think you can rap well?
I think I can rap. I was very disappointed in my performance today. I thought I was going to do a lot better, but once I got in there, it wasn't that I was nervous. It was just Sal all dressed up and right in my face. And so I was disappointed with my performance. I do think that I can rap. I just didn't play to my own talents today.
Like what?
My vocabulary, I needed to outsmart Sal, and I wasn't able to execute today, and I'm disappointed.
Sal, how about you? Do you think you can rap, or is it all a joke to you?
I used to think I can rap. Now it's all a joke to me. So it's pretty cool in a way. Just like my foreskin was kind of like a travesty growing up, and then I turned it into something positive. Rapping to me, which was kind of like a travesty as well, investing $7,000 into the so-called record that never came into fruition and all these broken promises, that also turns into something pretty fruitful on the show and comedic. So
I don't believe you, Sal. I do think you can rap.
Right.
I think I can rap a little. I can rap better than Lieberman. I probably can rap better than you, but that's not.
Here's what I don't understand, though, and actually this pissed me off a little bit, and I like Sal, but why does your penis always have to come out? Like at the end there, when your penis is out, it's like the bit is over. It's so uncalled for.
I can answer that question. If it's not landing on my head, it's fucking hysterical every time. It's always funny.
It is. Especially you weren't expecting it.
I wasn't.
No, you bowed right into it.
I thought the bit was
you
over.
You look like Mimi from Tokyo Delights, just bowing right into my cock.
We were wrapping up, and the next thing I know, there's a cock in my face.
There sure is.
And I'm like, really?
And that's funny.
Do you really have to do that?
Did you like it?
What do you? No, I didn't like it. I just said it pissed me off.
What was more humiliating, your rap or the dick in your face?
The dick.
Oh, wow.
I got to ask you guys a question.
Sure.
Have either of you heard a rap record made after 1985?
I haven't. I really haven't.
I was like, it was so embarrassingly old school. It was old school if you were a rapper from the 90s. It was like Sal, you were almost like it was like a borderline minstrel show.
Yeah, it really
what you
was.
were doing.
It was like kindergartners rapping. It really was.
It was as if rap stopped at Run DMC and never progressed.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so did my outfit.
But that was their prime as rappers, Gary. I mean, they were kind of hearkening back to their days when they would do it more often.
Yeah, back in the day when we were rappers.
I mean, oh God, no.
I mean, Sal, you look like your role models were Kid and Play.
They pretty much were.
How were the judges reacting as you were going through your different raps?
At first they were laughing, like when I was insulting John, and John would come up with an insult as well. But then when we rapped, their faces, I mean, for lack of a better word, they went pale. I mean, they were pretty shocked by it.
But those judges were great. I mean, first the interview with Howard, and then I actually thought the judges, while we were performing, were great. They were like egging us on, and I thought they were the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah. John Hine and I the part we loved was for all the silliness and wackiness. They broke it down. They took their judging very seriously, and they broke it down. And I love the way they discussed exactly. Well, Sal did this, and he's a better MC, and they took it very seriously.
They were great.
They
were great. I'd like to be a guest on their show. Maybe I'll throw down with Eminem or something in the future.
I would take this victory home and just
and flush it.
Oh yeah,
right.
But Gary, and I don't want to embarrass John here, but the consensus around the entire office is John is the worst rapper we've ever heard, and. I not even like John's having a bad day. Like, was he ever good at this? Somebody said, and I'm sure you can find that insulting, John. But do you see why people might have said that?
Yeah, I had a terrible performance today. I'm not going to back down from that. I just told you I was disappointed. I set high expectations for myself, and today I fell flat. I really felt like I fell flat. The only thing that I take some solace in is that by me falling flat, hopefully the audience had a few additional laughs that they might not have had, but I was disappointed.
Oh, they did.
What makes this bit so great is instead of saying, listen, I rapped in the 80s, I wasn't that good then, whatever, he still thinks he's good.
Oh, I know he does.
And that's why it's funny. He tries.
Steve,
he gave 100% today.
Steve Brandano had an excellent insight. When they were kind of buying time, you kind of caught on to John's pattern.
I don't even think I heard John rhyme anything in there. And he would do the jump around thing with like the put your hands in the air, and then I say another thing that doesn't rhyme, and like I was rooting for you. Yeah. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And one of Sal's moves I noticed, by the way, was that he was really thrilled that DJ Lux was in there because Lux rhymes with sucks, which he used like 11 times.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, he went to that quite a few times. Well, how about what was tough to freestyle with those topics? You had Jews. You had
Jews was tough. I mean, they threw Jews at me. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Well, you went the exact opposite way we thought you'd go.
Well, that's the new Sal Governale. Times have changed.
You also had to do Tim shitting in the bathroom.
That's a no-brainer because you're thinking Tim, floor, door, shit. I mean, it's so easy. Quit. But the thing with Tim Sabian shitting is that I said a line like Howard said, it must be somebody I hired, and then Tim came forward and he was almost fired and he lied and he's going to hell. Tim put his arm around me when I walked out of the studio. He goes, I was really sick that day. Like I think he took my lines to heart. It was strange. I'm like, Tim, it was just a freestyle rap.
To Steve's point real quick, and you were absolutely right. I didn't rhyme today. And what fucks up my head so much is I had a stack of papers with everything that, I'll show you the papers later, everything that rhymed with Jew, crew. I mean, I had literally.
So we gave you Jew.
I had 300 words. I know. This is what I'm saying. I couldn't execute today. That's why I'm so angry at myself. I had 300 words, misconstrue and blue and goo. Last night I went through all the things that rhyme with Jew, and yet I couldn't pull it off today.
Can I ask you a small favor? I think we're going to go to break fairly soon. Would you go and get your papers?
Yeah.
And come back and do, now that you know?
Yeah, let me
give me a Jew rap?
Yeah.
The worst thing about that, though, Gary, is his name is 2 Live Jew. It's you figured he'd have him in the arsenal just as an intro to a rap on whatever else he may be rapping
and
about.
By the way, 2 Live Jew, I only got that CD from a different band once a week.
Right.
After 2 Live Crew came out, every week it was 2 guys in bad rabbi outfits and, rapping about matzahs. I mean, I was saying, when rap first came out, I got the Jewish rapper every week and the female rapper every week, which are usually a chick from the Upper East Side rapping about her shoes.
Right. Wait, real quick, while Lieberman's gone, no one is expecting this to be good when he comes back, even with the papers, right? Okay. All right.
No, the best part is he truly believes that he can rap. So does Sal, but Sal has a better sense of humor about it, I think. And he was the big winner.
Thank you. I have to jet out to a writer's meeting.
You want to leave us with anything? An exit rap?
Yes. I'm Sal, and I'm here now. Go on Twitter and buy Spa Now. Wait, that's two nows. That's horrible. Okay. Tim Sabian looks like a cow. Please buy Spa Now. Is that better?
That was excellent.
I better quit because I sound like shit.
John Lieberman has returned, John Hein, and I am looking at a stack of no fewer than 20 pages.
Yeah, you took this seriously. You prepared.
I take every single thing I do seriously. I research. I mean, I have a stack of papers on these two guys, DJ Woohoo. You know, everybody.
What good
DJ
did
Woo Kid, Loaded Lux.
What good did that do you?
It didn't. Ronnie, please, don't start with me. My point is that I researched, I was prepared, but I didn't execute, okay?
Did you just choke, basically?
Yeah, I choked. Okay? I choked.
Do you think if you had another chance, you'd do
better?
But
I wasn't nervous. It wasn't that I was... I'm not nervous when I go in there, but I choked. I just, my brain went... silent, and I saw Sal there, and then he's doing it, and I choked.
Will Murray, do you think this would have been, John just had a bad day, and the next time out?
No, he's awful. Look at him.
And he was nervous as hell before he went in there.
He was about as big a white guy you can get.
Dude, he was You got to see the video of Howard TV.
But I don't scratch. It's not nervous.
His forehead looked like a cat attacked him.
Because, look, yes, this is slightly out of my comfort zone because I haven't rapped in 17 years. For the most part, except at home.
Stepped at home.
So why would you do it?
Rap in the shower?
Think you could do it.
I do rap in the shower
because he had done it before. It's like, and to me, this was like
he did it 50 years ago.
This is what it was like to me. It's like I was all county in high school in baseball, and we're gonna go out and play now. And I went to catch a pop at shortstop, and I fell backwards and fell on my head.
John, what was some of the prep that you did?
Well, I have about 300 words that rhyme with Jew. You too, clue, through, sue, do, misconstrue, boo, poo, drew, crew, blue, grew, cook, a cuckoo, Hebrew, hue, shoe, askew, taboo. I mean, I rhymed. It makes me mad reading it because I was ready. Like I had one.
Your raps are askew.
I'm too live Jew. This ain't my debut. From the streets, hear my beats coming at you. Who you? Kid the Candy rapper. Shit. I'll unwrap you and eat you like a Kit Kat. Oh, so fat. Just turn around and walk out and button up your pants like you just shat.
My poetry's better than that, dude.
No, it's not. It's like, I'm not salt with a deadly pepper. I'm hotter. Think of me like Tabasco. Take that for some fodder. I'm the too live Jew, but you can call me John. I'm walking out the door and you won't stop me, Ron.
Go ahead.
You ain't Nikki or Mariah, so check your ego at the door. You think you're still at Rick screaming, let's all fuck some whore.
It makes me want to get my members only jacket and get in my DeLorean.
And I was apologizing to Lisa G in one. I had too much to drink. I'm sorry. Open mouth. Truth comes out, but don't worry. Your cookies are good. Your cookies are right. But just leave the sex talk for when you turn out the light. I won't read it. I won't read it. I'm the too live Jew. I won't read it. All right. So there.
All right.
John, now can you apologize to rappers everywhere?
Yeah, but
Steve, you're insulted by this. I could tell. It's not that you're a rapper, but
it's insulting. Yes, it's insulting to the genre of rap. Yes, it is. It was funny though, because then when he read his lines, you can hear the ones that he tried for on the show.
Yeah, and that's the part that bothers me so much. I always prepare for things. I always research. I'm always ready, and normally I execute. Today I didn't.
But that all goes against freestyle rapping to begin with.
Yes, but I needed to. But I was preparing to freestyle, so I was trying to embed all these things in my head so I could pull them out. And so, like you said, I pulled out bits and pieces of the puzzle, but I couldn't put the whole puzzle together.
Gary, is this one of those things like Grillo wanting to be an actor? Eventually you kind of have to say, you know what, maybe that's just not my thing and I can't really do it?
Yes.
It's more like Eric the Midget trying to walk. It's just not going to happen.
Maybe you should go on like X Factor just so you can have the final word.
Look, I have stuck up for you all week. Can you not pile on? I stuck up for you.
Hey, John, you feel all right today?
Why?
Seriously, I'm not kidding.
Why?
You look very pale. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know. I felt I know. I haven't. Yesterday and today, I don't know.
Anxiety doing the bit?
No. I had like a toothache, and then, I've heard I'm a little pale.
His rapping actually made him whiter.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Benji brought up the point that everyone kind of conforms to what Howard has to say and changes their opinions based on his words. But Benji isn't that way, and he wondered if Will subscribed to that, so we had a good conversation. Here's how it went.
Will, right now, I want to know how you feel when you come back and you hear Jason giggling, smirking, putting up notes about you.
I didn't know any of that. He was putting up notes?
One note, and you...
Jerk.
Steve, what note was it? I don't even remember. It was one note.
But you didn't ask for
Let
this.
Ye, who has never put a note up, cast the first piece of paper.
Yeah, you now you're, rather than being a part of, the piling on, you're getting piled on, basically. But you wouldn't mind this going away, but the more you react, the more you're going to get it.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, it was funny. I came in this morning and I was like, really angry with Shuley. I'm just like, what the fuck? Fuck you.
Why?
What do you mean? I feel
for putting the mic in front of your face?
Exactly. When I was completely blacked out.
What about Wolfie?
But he's a douche too. At least Shuley's a funny douche.
What about the pace in his iPhone?
What?
What about the pace in his iPhone?
He put it away. That's what he said. At least he claims that when he saw us being so over the top, he put it away.
It is weird.
But I was just going to say, this is the show, and this is what it is, and, I'm mouthing off in the wrong place, so you just deal with it, and you accept it, and I should be angry at myself, not those guys.
Here's the funny part for me. Right. When you're in there today, and I'm watching Howard busting your balls, and this is one of those things that I can never see when it's me. When I'm in the hot seat, I can never see this. Howard sees your Achilles heel, so he just starts going, I don't know you, Will. I thought I knew you, and I could see it bothering you. And
it's probably the douchiest thing I said.
But from the outside looking in, I think to myself, doesn't Will see that this is all bullshit, that it's just a joke, and that it's Howard's getting his Achilles heel? But it gets to you.
Well, I think everybody here looks for Howard's acceptance and really wants him to, like them on some level. And when he looks at you like you're being a creep or whatever,
but you also understanding that he's saying that because he knows it's getting under your skin.
I hope so.
But I see that you don't see that.
No, I mean, all I can do is hope that. I don't know that for a fact.
Do you ever feel that way? I know you said it's hard to see in the eye of the storm, but especially during the dates we were just talking about, when you were really getting your ass handed to you, were you able to say later, hey, I know he didn't mean most of that? Or he might have meant it at the moment, but he doesn't really feel that way overall? Or is it hard to deal with?
It's hard to deal with. Yeah. I take it very personally. It's hard to deal with. And sometimes I know he doesn't mean it. Even if he means it at the moment, it means he had that thought.
Right.
And just having that thought is enough to make you be bummed out.
And perception is so fragile. You know what I mean? Like, perception is like, especially with Howard, sometimes you feel like once he gets an image of you in his head, that could be it for a long time.
Benji's been complaining to me for years. That's one of Benji's raps, that he's seen the way he was.
Well, that's why I do understand Will getting upset about it, because I think the audience, majority of it, will see it through Howard's eyes. But I gave Will a little shit about this story in a break today. I didn't feel Will was being authentic, or maybe it's I don't know you. I really don't think you give a fuck. I don't think you give a fuck about what you said.
Well, the drinking I don't care about. And I don't care really about the stuff I said about my wife and kid, because, honestly, they know where I stand with them. But again, Howard, I worried that's the only thing that bothered me. Out of anything that bothered me the most.
Do you really give a fuck?
What Howard thinks of me? Absolutely.
Yeah,
I do.
But so I would think it's more political. It's just because how it affects your job and how do you care on an emotional level? Like Howard doesn't like this. Doesn't approve of this behavior.
Listen, I don't know. I feel like when you're an employee here, you kind of buy into it as almost a lifestyle. So, I mean, Howard's a major influence in my life. And yes, of course, it's work, but work is life in this place.
Benji, how do you not get bothered?
Yeah, no. I do. You really should. I absolutely
no. But do you really? Because I think part of you.
But I'll tell you, I get it. If Howard comes down on me about something, if I disagree with him, I can say in my heart, you're completely wrong, but this affects me, and that's what bothers me, not that his actual approval or disapproval.
But what was the thing, and I'm not being a dick by bringing this up, I promise, there was something that happened once where you were almost brought to tears. It was that upsetting.
I accidentally shat in the studio in my
seat.
No,
really, what happened?
I wasn't, it was at K-Rock at the rally, probably, that's what you meant, when he was giving different people that are going to say goodbye. Is that what you meant?
No. Howard started picking on you about
Maybe one
something.
of the days I was late.
But you don't remember? See, that's the funny thing. I don't remember, but it wasn't me. Howard started picking on you, and you were really bummed. I remember looking in the monitor, and Howard said, "Are you crying?" And you said, "Yes, a little bit."
But I don't remember. I really don't. It might have been. I think it was one of the days I might have been late. I don't remember.
Well, it's one of those things because I know with Jason and Gary, if that happens, they will not be able to sleep. They won't be able to function. If Howard does anything like that, they can. But I don't.
And maybe you guys do. I think a lot of you guys I respect Howard as a person. I respect him as a comedian. But he's not the end-all and be-all, and I think some of you guys, and maybe that's why I don't fit in as much, I think some of you guys buy into that his approval is everything.
Well, let me tell you what I buy into, and this is why, if I buy into the fact that Howard is the be-all and end-all, and I buy into the fact this job, to me, is the be-all and end-all. So if my job was being threatened on air, off air, and I was made to look like a bad person, whether it was warranted or not, I would be sick to my stomach because I'd be worried about losing this job.
Okay, that's cool, but if it's something that you believe in and you say, hey, does Howard's opinion change your mind about it?
What do you mean? What do you mean? If Howard's opinion about me being late? Yeah, work-related stuff.
No, I'm saying if there's something, have you ever felt that you're right about something and Howard said, no, you're wrong? And
yes, but nothing we've gotten in a major fight about on air. Anytime he's really come down on me on the air has been, maybe I felt I wasn't as wrong as he was making me out to be, but absolutely, it was a fuck up, and someone's got to take the blame.
I think that you make a fair point, but a lot of people there have Howard, quote unquote, daddy issues, and do take his word as gospel, whether it's at work or at home. But I think you almost make a point to defy that, let people know that you're not going to kind of stand for that. I think Fred does too, to a certain extent, at least on air. I don't know about off air.
I don't know. The truth is, I love when I really agree with him because then I can go with it. So maybe I don't know, but there are times, lots of times, I disagree in it, and I think just the culture of the show is it's what he says is the truth.
The only thing I want to say is when he was doing that sports rap yesterday, I don't buy into his nonsense with that for a second. So, there's certainly things I disagree with him on.
disagree with the sports rap because I was saying to Will, he's like, who cares who wins something? I was like, well, you care who wins Dancing with the Stars. Howard does, so he's invested in that. He doesn't have a Dancing with the Stars jersey. But
I think we're unanimous on that. We're total sports fans, so I don't get where he's coming from.
But I do on that.
I will say that the part where I used to disagree with him the most, because he's had a huge influence on my life. I even wrote that in my book in the foreword. He has had a really big influence in my life about the way he treats people, the way he acts, and all that stuff. The part where I used to disagree with him the most was when I had kids. He would be like, I don't understand why your wife isn't doing everything. Why you're married, that's your wife's job. And I would be like, that's just not rational thinking. But he was not alone. I used to be ganged up on by him and Stuttering John.
I was going to say John.
And Jackie.
John Hine.
There are times if he says something I think is a good idea, I'm like, oh, that's I've definitely been influenced by thank you notes.
I will tell you,
I've noticed how he's really good at it. It makes you feel good. And I've definitely adapted that in my life.
You know who he has a crazy influence on? If Howard says he's going to buy a gadget of any kind,
I know where this is going.
Tim immediately orders 3. If Howard uses an app, Tim gets the app.
Here's the question. Howard said that he ordered 3 iPad minis today. Is there any doubt that Tim hasn't already ordered 6? I think he absolutely will, don't you?
In every color.
But again, I thought it was funny. I'm not saying that the iPad mini is a stumble, but I am saying, I even said to Howard, well, what are you going to use it for? He's like, I don't know.
Are there any opinions in your life that he has changed your mind on, wow, this is a, better way of thinking, or?
Yeah, but I can't, nothing's jumping to mind, but absolutely. I think that, I have to think about it.
He made me reconsider when we were checking my kids' passwords online. I changed what I was doing with that after having that conversation. Before I stopped doing it after having it actually.
Because
having the conversation on the air with Gary and everyone else, I thought twice about it, and we talked to my wife, and I was like, you know what? He's probably right. But there's other things that I haven't changed and I won't change.
Listen, there was a period of time, we joke with him all the time, if you need to drink to have fun, you're a loser. Howard likes to drink. Owning a dog, there was a whole rap he used to do, owning a male dog is the dumbest thing in the world because who wants to look at a dog's balls? He used to say stuff like that all the time, and and now he just laughs about it.
Yeah, people change, people evolve.
This is a band called the Counting Crows. They've sold over, I don't know, 500 million records or something crazy like that. It's an exciting thing to be in a successful band that has credibility, right, Adam?
It works all the time, yeah.
Right, you guys work all the time. It's
that
beautiful.
would be exciting.
Yeah, but it is exciting, isn't it? Is it an exciting life?
I'm excited.
I was worried about you. I haven't seen you in ages.
Well, you know what?
I've been too excited.
You've been so excited.
I don't know if I
that
can
I
take it.
saw them on a morning show.
Yeah.
You know, performing live out on the street, and I thought, wow, Adam doesn't do our show anymore.
Oh, no. Don't start with that shit. That's
Adam does
crap.
our
We would
show.
like to do your show.
Counting Crows, very successful. I was worried about you with all you always have a condition. What is it called? Dissociative?
It's just a rash.
No, you have some sort of mental condition. I don't know what it is.
All sorts of mental conditions. You always
So do I.
A fucking bunny outfit when I need
it. You know, it's a funny thing with you. Because, first of all, congratulations. You kept all the weight off.
Why, thanks.
You had gained some weight,
Yeah.
and now you're ripped. What is the secret to keeping the weight off?
Vomiting, cocaine.
Be honest.
I
Well, how
masturbate
did you
a lot.
do it? You really actually lost a lot of weight.
I don't know. I work out.
You work out?
No, not really.
I
don't
never
know.
see you in the gym. And then do you eat properly now? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. I'm a guy. I drink a little less. Certainly drink less.
You do drink?
Sure.
But you're medicated. You shouldn't drink.
I got the right medications. Not all medications are bad with liquor.
Is that true?
I feel like liquor's a wonderful
Boy,
thing.
should Adam be drinking? I want to know. What do you think? You say yes?
No. Yeah.
No. You say no.
I like it when he drinks.
You
Yes.
do. You like him better when he drinks.
Fucking charming. I turned into Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fine. And
thanks, guys.
Adam, is it the stress of being in a band that makes you crazy? Is it a tough life? Be honest. I mean, there are a lot of people who want to
crazy
get in.
pre-band.
I think everybody wants to be in rock and roll, right?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Now, this new album you put out is an album of cover versions, but rare cover versions that would covers that we would not really hear every day, right? What is on this new album?
Well, it's just a lot of songs we really liked. It wasn't that we tried to make. It's the most obscure covers album ever made, probably, but it wasn't really our intention. I think we just picked a lot of songs we liked. Well, we didn't have any real intention of necessarily picking songs that everybody knew either, so it just didn't turn out that way.
Who picks the song? Who's in charge of picking the songs for a cover album?
Well, there's some we'd played for a while. Some of them are from like Charlie and Dan and Jim's other band.
Right.
Bands that we were in before this one. Emmy and I were in one. We all just kind of brought stuff in. I said anyone could bring stuff in. Emmy brought stuff from people he's working with nowadays. He brought a demo in from our friend Kobe Brown.
So you left your record company, right? You're done with your record company. 18 years you were with the record company. Am I correct? What was the record company?
Geffen.
DGC. Why leave Geffen Records? Really, what was the reason for that?
It wasn't that we had a bad relationship there. They were good to us. I think they gave us all the creative freedom we wanted from the very beginning.
Right.
But they just, I don't know, it's a different world now. I just got tired of dealing with the frustrations of all the rules of being at record companies.
What are the rules of being at a record company?
I think they don't realize the internet exists yet sometimes.
You're saying they're trying to live in a world where they're still pretending that kids can't get this stuff for free, and that yeah,
that's a problem.
So if you were the head of a record company, how would you deal with that? If you were the president of Geffen Records, did you ever sit down with them and say you guys aren't dealing with things properly?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really know that there's a real
answer,
magic bullet, because it's a weird business. Half of the business disappeared when everybody started downloading. It's a tough business. I'm not sure there's a I think you have to give away downloads. I think you have to use it just like you would a radio station. I think the internet has to be a place for people to go listen to stuff.
But then how do you make money if you're a new band? You guys have made a lot of money, and you can make money touring.
Well, you play songs on the radio, and people still buy records for years and years. And I think you can give stuff away just like that on online, and people will still buy records. If you don't give them anything, they can't hear it, especially if they're not listening to the radio sometimes. I think you have to just treat it like a radio station. Treat it like a billboard.
Isn't it weird now to be a band? I mean, there's not a lot of radio stations you can get airplay on, right? It's kind of weird. I mean, if you're a top 40 band, you can get some airplay, I guess, if you're Katy Perry and Christina Aguilera, those kind of singers. But for a band like yours, where do you go to promote a record beside here? And you know what I mean? It's different.
Well, we've just always gone out and played.
Right.
You know,
so you
still
go
works pretty well. You know.
And so when you went to the record company and you said to them, Geffen Records, I'm leaving.
Well, it was fine, actually. I mean, I think that in the last record, we had a lot of fights over the things we wanted to do, and they were actually pretty good about compromising on a lot of things that they don't allow anyone else to do, letting us put out a digital single where we had a song from each side of Saturday nights and Sunday mornings that we gave away as a download. I mean, they let us do that. But I think after that record, we all realized we were just really interested in doing different things. So we just asked and said, look, it's been 18 years. We haven't been a pain in the ass at all. Made you a lot of money, but we don't agree on anything anymore. You know, and they let us go. I mean, I think it was going to cost them a lot of money, too, to keep us because, you know, the re-signing money was pretty huge. So we thought they would let us go.
Right. And now that they let you go, you have your own record label? Is that how it works?
Yeah, basically.
Right. And how does that work? I mean, you have to put up your money you have to go to a studio and pay for it directly?
Well, we have kind of a partnership with our management. We do it with them. And, but yeah, basically we do it ourselves. But we know how to record. We've made all our records ourselves, basically.
Right.
We've made, except the last record was the first record we actually really made in a studio.
Right.
We've mostly gone into houses and built studios and just kind of brought our equipment in and did it ourselves.
So were you not interested in writing any new music? You just wanted to record other people's songs for this record? Or are you done writing music? Are you in a...
No, I wrote a bunch last year. I was working on a play, and I was writing music for that, and I just didn't want to write for two things at once because it seemed very confusing.
Right.
But I didn't want to not work with the band, and we've been wanting to do this kind of a record for a long time, so we just did this. That way I did both of them at the same time.
All right. And now the record is available everywhere now?
I think so.
It is. It's out in the stores, so to speak.
Unless it's sold out.
Is it not true that the Beatles are the most influential band in the history of music, or is it the Stones? It's the Beatles, right?
Yes.
They changed everything.
Definitely.
And wouldn't you say Sgt. Pepper's was the album that changed everything and the way people thought about music? Isn't that the game changer?
I think it's Pet Sounds.
You think the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds over Sgt. Pepper's? Is that true?
Yeah, even Paul McCartney would tell you that he listened to Pet Sounds and gave him all the ideas for how to do Sgt. Pepper's.
I've heard that as well, but I don't believe. I think the game changer to most musicians is Sgt. Pepper's. It changed everything.
That's what I've read.
I think to fans, I'm not sure to musicians because they've heard Pet Sounds.
And you feel that that's what a musician would say, Pet Sounds.
Well, it happened first. It happened before the other one, so.
So why aren't you doing a medley of Pet Sounds?
Because we were playing at Abbey Road Studios. God damn it, she's always off like behind me somewhere. Fuck, shut up, bitch. We were doing a show at Abbey Road Studios live from Abbey Road, and that year they had everyone come on and cover. They asked you to cover something from Abbey Road. So we said, can we have 3?
So the Beatles, Abbey Road, it was the 25th anniversary of the 30th anniversary of Abbey Road. Have you ever met the Beatles? Have you ever met any of them? McCartney or Ringo, obviously. Did you met them?
Paul, yeah.
You met Paul. Where did you meet Paul?
At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I see.
I did a concert with George Martin once.
Does George Martin take too much credit for the Beatles and their work? I believe he does.
I don't know. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good?
He's pretty good.
Then why don't you have him produce your album? If he's so good.
He did.
Who produces your albums?
George Martin.
Honestly, who produces your albums? Do you do it yourself?
Yeah. I'm not going off George Martin for a while here.
No, do you do it yourself? Do you guys produce your own record?
The last one, Underwater Sunshine, we co-produced ourselves with Sean, our sound guy.
Okay. So you don't need a George Martin.
We do a lot of times, but we didn't. On this album, we did it ourselves with Sean.
Okay.
Dave does a lot of work on it, and Dave.
You know what's amazing, though, and I bet you a lot of artists are jealous of you guys, because you can perform live. Today, it seems like, to me, everyone is singing to a track. A lot of people don't have the balls to come in here and sing live.
You know, there's a lot of bands out there that play great. I mean, we had a thing this weekend. My friend Ryan and I, who runs a blog called Ryan Smashing Life, and we put on these showcases called the Outlaw Road Show at South by Southwest. And we did CMJ this weekend, and we had 25 bands Friday and Saturday, all indie bands, and they killed. They were great. They played all day, starting at noon to 7, and they played. I saw so many good bands this weekend. I just felt really good about live music.
Yeah, but you don't. But it seems to me that it's a dying art form in a way. I mean, you guys are so good live because you go out and play all the time.
It'll never die.
No? Have you guys, your following is so fierce. Like Gary said, he's seen you at least 10 to 12 times. You know,
love that guy.
Yeah, but your fans, they come out constantly, right? I mean, you will always be. It's almost turned into like a Grateful Dead kind of thing, hasn't it?
Why can't you be more like Gary?
No, but seriously, I've seen you a couple of times.
We have dedicated fans.
You do. Yeah. You really do. They keep the band going. They're supportive.
Well, I think that started early on.
It's nothing like a Dead show.
W's that?
It's nothing like a Dead show. No. I went to those when I was young.
We have dedicated fans.
Wall.
Yeah, but the Dead used to jam and stuff. You guys will do that. When you do a song like the medley of songs, do you have to understand the lyrics in order to sing it? Do you have to interpret them in some way? Because you do your own spin on it. Do you have to understand what the other guy is singing about there?
Or happily not care. One of the two.
Do you not care? Do you know what the Beatles are talking about there?
No, I have no idea. What the Beatles
when they say they got to carry that weight a long time, what are they talking about to you?
I think it's a heavy thing, and they got to carry it for a while.
Are you talking about emotional things?
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Is that true? You don't spend any time thinking about what you're singing?
Well, not like that. I mean, you got to feel it the right way. It means something. I don't know. We're just trying to analyze it. Some lyrics are somewhat nonsensical. I mean, the lyrics right before this have to do with, protected by. She came in through the bathroom window protected by a silver spoon, and now she sucks her thumb and wonders. I don't know what he's talking about exactly.
But in order to sing that song, you have to memorize the lyrics.
Yeah, but sometimes you can have fun with how words sound and how great they are to sing. Sometimes, things are just meant to sound nonsensical and be great imagery. And some of the things Dylan says, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
A lot of things.
I mean, we have a song on our album called You Ain't Gone Nowhere. I haven't the slightest idea what the hell he's talking about the whole song.
So in order to sing a song like that, you don't have to know what they're singing about.
Well, I'm not sure he does. I think they're great. They're like, sometimes imagery is just bizarre and surreal, and if you put it to a good tune, it's really fun to sing it.
But you never wrote songs like that. All of your songs, they weren't about bizarre, sort of nonsensical, it was like mean Mr. Mustard Seeds in a jar, blah, blah, blah. You never did that, right? You guys, there was meaning behind the songs you wrote, right, Adam?
Well, to me, but I'm not sure it matters to people who are listening to it. Mr. Jones is about our friend Marty Jones, but I've had people ask me if Mr. Jones was my dick.
When you met Paul McCartney, did you have a reasonable conversation with him, or is it just superficial?
No, we had a great talk, actually.
Like you spoke for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he was aware of your music?
Yeah.
And was that a thrill of a lifetime for a guy on that level to know your music? I mean, were you like, wow, that's if someone told me growing up that Paul McCartney would know my music, isn't that phenomenal? Is that a once-in-a-lifetime kind of feeling?
It was really cool. It was the night he got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I think it was a hard night for him because Linda had just died, and he got inducted after Lennon. I think he was having a really tough night, but I watched him when he played. He looked really down the whole evening, and when everyone went up to play at the end, he didn't go up. And then Billy Joel started playing Let It Be by himself. There's two pianos up there, though, and McCartney joined and went up there in the second verse, and then he got up at the end of it, and he looked really old to me all night long.
Right.
And he turned around after Let It Be, and he got up and went and talked to the band and turned around, and then he just like, one for the money, two, and he looked like he was 18 years old again. And I was talking about it afterwards because I asked him about that, and I said, you looked like you were having a tough time tonight, and then you started singing, and you're having a great time. And he said, yeah, it keeps you young. It's rock and roll.
That's it. That's what music does for him.
For him, yeah, I think so.
Right. It actually transformed him into a young man in a sense.
It seemed like it.
Yeah, and he wasn't going to go up and sing at all. And who did you induct that night? Was it Van Morrison that night?
No, that was way earlier. This was like much later. Some friends of mine just brought me because it was that night that Springsteen was getting inducted, and the E Street Band, they hadn't played together in a long time, and Paul McCartney, and I can't remember, Billy Joel, I guess.
Are you relaxed when you hang out with these musicians? I mean, guys like Paul McCartney or Mick Jagger or one of these guys. I mean, are you relaxed or are you a bundle of nerves?
I was terrified.
Terrified?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never been the most social guy out there in the world, but
are
it was
you
nice,
awkward socially?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, and so you meet Paul McCartney and you start to talk at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I would think musicians have something to talk about, but then again, you don't want to talk about business. You don't want to talk about music, right?
No, I did. I told him we ripped him off.
What do you mean?
Well, I remember we were doing our second album, and it opens with this Mellotron, like flute line on this song called Catapult, and the whole time we were making the record, it seemed so familiar to us, and we loved it, but we couldn't figure out why it seemed like we'd heard it before, and literally, like, when we were almost done with the recording, Charlie suddenly realized it's the opening to Venus and Mars, which he plays on the same exact instrument, so we changed it.
Right.
And I told him the story because we almost like note for note copied him, and then we changed it. But I said we still kind of owe it to you because clearly it was the inspiration for that song, And he said, oh my God, I've always wanted to ask you that because I remember that song when it came out. I remember the record, and I had heard it, and I always wondered it was very similar. And I said, yeah, that's why. And then we talked about melodies and stuff for a while, and it was right before we'd made Hard Candy, and it was a really influential conversation because we talked. I suddenly realized talking to that guy that he had written, 50, 60 songs that I could hum to myself 40 years later, which is pretty incredible. I know where lyrics come from. You have your whole day,
Right.
But I don't know where you pull melodies out of the air that people can remember and make them the kind that people remember for years. It was a big deal for me at the time talking about it. We had a long talk, and it was really cool, and it really made me think about, okay, for this album, I want whatever the songs are about, every song needs to have a melody that sticks in your head.
Yeah.
That was my big thing for it. I think people mistook it because I said I was trying to make a pop album on that record.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean pop music the way they thought of it. I just meant every melody had to be chewy, had to be something you could stick in your head, like a pop album, like a Beatles album.
You're right. I mean, that is an accomplishment. When you think about that library of songs, that catalog of songs, it's just unbelievable. The Beatles. I mean, really, it's just remarkable. How do you write that many big songs that people remember 40 years later? And it's an impossible task. I mean, you can almost get defeated thinking about it as a musician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've written some great songs. I mean, it's not like you've got some shabby catalog. Do you give them your number at the end of the night? Do you say, hey, let's get together, let's talk again, or it just doesn't work that way?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I got an autograph for Dan.
Yes,
he did. He gave an autograph to you?
I got an autograph for Dan because
he tried to talk me into going, and for some reason, I don't know why. I'm not that. No one ever accused me of being bright, but I wouldn't go out. But he was kind enough to give me an autographed. It was a
program from the night.
Program from it.
And it's Paul's his hero, so I got him an autograph.
What's funny for me is I brought my daughter to his concert. And I said to him, this was the most, I've never asked I think I've asked 3 people for an autograph, and always from my kids. And my daughter said, do you think you can get his autograph? I said, I feel really funny bothering the guy. I don't like to ask people stuff. So I did it for her, and he turned me down. And I was humiliated. Like, I know him. Yeah. He said, I won't. He said, no. He kind of gave me like, oh, I'm busy right now, you know. And in front of my daughter, I was so embarrassed. That's why I was surprised. You know, it was like,
well, thank you, Adam. That now the autograph's even it's even more.
Well, I owed him because like a few years before that, when I had been, I got called in to do this thing at the Hollywood Bowl with the Hollywood Bowl Orchestra and George Michael. They had a bunch of different singers, and they asked us to do like George Martin. Sorry, yeah. And they asked us to do like they would do Beatles songs. We had a concert with an orchestra, with 70-piece orchestra and George Martin. So I spent like 2 or 3 days with George Martin, and
we were making the records.
It was really great.
Right.
And he was really cool. It was very, very hard. I'd never sung with an orchestra before that point, and he was really tough on me because I came in at the last minute, replacing somebody. Spent 3 days with him, and it was great. And the day of the show, Dan came up to me and he said, "Hey, listen, man," and he brought me a first edition of With a Little Help from My Friends, the George Martin book, and he said, "Can you get George to sign this for me?" And I said, "Sure." I took it with me to the sound check. And after sound check, George stopped me, and actually George did give me his number. He was really nice. He said, you know, when you're in England, please call, you know. And it was really great. I can't wait for tonight. I said, thank you, George. That was really great. Can you do me a favor? This is my guitar player, is such a huge Beatles fan, and he brought this book in for me. It's a first edition. His name's Dan. Can you please sign this? And he says, sure. And he takes it and he signs it. And I talked for a few more minutes. I left, and I'm walking to my car, and I open the book, and it says, to Adam, it's been great working with you, George Martin. I was like, shit. I spent that entire day scouring LA trying to find a first edition of With a Little Help from My Friends. I felt so bad, and I found one later.
And you were probably like, there goes Adam stealing the moment again.
No, it's karma coming back to him.
I felt
Paul
so
McCartney
bad.
karma came back in George Martin.
Why is it so hard to sing with an orchestra? Why is that difficult for you?
Well, there's no when you're playing a rock and roll band, there's always a timekeeper.
Right.
Like drums keep the time usually, or acoustic guitar, but orchestras don't. They have the conductor keeps the time. Drums and orchestras are for color.
And so do you have to look at the orchestra leader and figure out your timing?
Yeah, and it's not exact time either. The orchestra leader does this, and with a click track, it's usually, or a drummer, that's your time, or the guitar, but the orchestra leader is a little ahead of it so that the orchestra can follow behind it. So time's actually a little behind wherever his hand is. I'd never done it before, and I was singing She's Leaving Home, and it all starts with the harp part, so it's a really fuzzy anyways. It was really hard.
So does George Martin say to you, listen, you're not getting it right, you're not understanding where to come in, and does he start to berate you?
After the first take, because like I said, everyone else has been there like weeks before me, and I came in for the last 2 days, and I had 2 or 3 songs that were tough, and after the first run through of She's Leaving Home, George went, oh, that was nice. Now, this time, why don't we try and sing it with some, I don't know, actual feeling. But he wasn't being snotty. He actually was just trying to think of the way to put it to me the right way, because I was so concentrating hard on how to sing it that it probably was just terrible.
So what does that do to you inside? Does that devastate you?
No, told me it was probably a good idea to sing a little better the next time.
But do you ever say to yourself, Jesus, I've done a few things in this business, George. I mean, do you get angry with him at all for talking to you like that? I mean, you have an ego. I mean, you certainly are entitled to it. You're a great artist yourself. Guy starts telling you, sing it this time with a little emotion. Kind of fuck you, I'll sing it with emotion that night.
I actually thought it was a good idea to sing it better. I thought he was right. I don't mind being, I expect, when we're good, we're good. But if we're not good, it's fine to tell us we suck. I mean, how are you going to get any good? If you can't, take a little criticism, the idea is to be good, not to be, patted on the ass.
Is writing lyrics the toughest part of songwriting, or is it, as you said before, coming up with that powerhouse tune? Is it what is the most difficult part of writing a song?
I don't know. They kind of go together. I don't know.
Do you labor over these songs, or do you write them quick?
Both. Mostly pretty quick.
Quick?
Yeah.
You sit down by yourself and do it?
Or we do stuff together.
You do stuff together, and you sit down, and you get a piece of paper. Do you know how to write out music? Do you know how to technically write music?
Sort of. I have a way of writing things down that these guys think is quite humorous.
What do you do?
I have my own words for things.
Like?
Well, I'll just, I'll sort of, I know what a chord is, and so I'll say it's an A, but I might say it's an A or B flat over an F or something, or B flat over an A, and then
we'll tell him what it's really called.
He'll tell me what it's really called.
So all you guys know how to write music. I mean, you know how to technically write it down. You've taken... No. You don't? Yeah, because most musicians I talk to don't even have that skill. They don't. They hum it into a tape recorder or something. A lot of guys.
Half of us do.
Half these guys can write music.
And what do you do? Do you have a journal of poems and things? Is that how it works? And then you set them to music?
No, I never really write poems.
How does it work when you go in the studio? The song is there, the kind of the music is there, and then you just start to go, like you start to just mumble out some words?
How do you come up with the lyrics?
It's strange. I think that's what George was asking me to do a little better that time.
No, but really, how does this all come about? I want the process.
Sometimes I'll write the whole song, but even that, when you come in, it's just a skeleton. It's just some chords and some words, and then the thing that turns into a Counting Crow song is the thing we all do.
Right. You have a sound. But do you know when a song's a hit? Can you tell?
No.
Did you ever think you were going to write hits? You probably didn't even know when you first started.
I kind of think it's a waste of time thinking about that.
When was your first big hit? 2003 or so, around then?
94.
94?
93.
What year? I don't know how.
You realize I've known you since 90-something.
I thought you met me and you had a hit song. That's how I thought it all worked for you guys.
So
what was it, 94?
Yeah.
And you guys came on the scene, I would say, the same time that Pearl Jam was happening, Nirvana was happening, right? I mean,
we're about 2 years behind Nirvana and 1 year behind Pearl Jam.
Did you know those guys? Did you come out of the same circuit, so to speak?
No, I knew them on because we were with Kurt. We were on Geffen. We were on the same label. We had the same A&R guy.
You knew Kurt Cobain?
Yeah, not real well, but I knew him.
Did you relate to him on the sense that he suffered from depression too? I mean, I no, serious business. I know you do suffer from that.
He was a really sweet guy. Yeah,
and you hung out with him
a little bit.
And was it just a nightmare for you because you saw some of yourself in him?
It was scary when he died, because I mean I wasn't doing drugs anymore, but it was really scary when he died for me because it was, here's a guy that doesn't seem that different from me, and that didn't turn out that he just shot himself. So yeah, that was scary. It happened. We were in Paris. We were on our first European tour. The record was blowing up, and Rolling Stone was coming over to shoot us for the cover.
Wow.
And so it was, and I had been really, I know it sounds silly because you can't say no to this, but I had a lot of doubts about doing a cover of Rolling Stone, because it's just, look, you're on every newsstand. You can't say no, of course, but it concerned me being the change in your life. But that morning we arrived in Paris really early, and we were in this hotel lobby, and our rooms weren't ready, and that's when I met David Wild, who's the writer, and Mark Seliger, who's the photographer, and they're great guys.
Right.
And I just started to feel a little more comfortable about the whole thing, and then it was very strange. The phone rang, at the desk, and the woman said, "Is there an Adam Duritz here in the lobby?" And I said, "Sure." And she told me to pick up a courtesy phone over there, and I went over to the courtesy phone and sat down, and it was our friend Gary calling me from California to say they'd found Kurt's body, because he'd been missing for a couple days.
Wow.
And I might have been the first person on the continent to hear, and I'm sitting there in the lobby, just having sort of gotten used to the idea of being on the cover of Rolling Stone, looking at the two guys, and then I hear this news, and it scared the crap out of me.
You mean it scared the crap out of you because you said, hey, look at the fame Kurt Cobain has. Look what it did to him. is this what's going to happen to me, that I might end up killing myself?
It's like, what happens to your life when that happens? I was a little freaky.
And then you had to go shoot this cover and do an interview.
We actually had to shoot the cover again later because we didn't do a very good job that day.
Is that right? You mean you were so freaked out by the death of Kurt Cobain that when when Seliger shot you for the cover?
No, it was that our drummer went off and did his laundry, and he had a way of pissing off cab drivers. So our
old drummer.
Went off he went off to do his laundry and got in so much of an argument with the cab driver that the guy drove him to Belgium and back. So he arrives 3 hours late to the photo shoot. It's pouring rain. He's so mad because he berated the cab driver so much that I think the guy just fucked him. Just drove him to fucking Germany and back. He was going around the corner to do his laundry, and he was just having such a bad day that the guy drove him to Germany.
Why is he no longer your drummer? Is that why?
That's why. The taxi driver's our manager now.
No, seriously. What happened there? Was it because you guys couldn't get along with him?
No, I just think sometimes you just have, being in a band's, it's keeping something together for this long is tough, and sometimes you don't all have the same sort of sensibilities or same music. I don't know why. It just didn't. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Do you think the band is like a marriage in a sense? I mean, you're not in a marriage with a woman, but you're in a marriage with your band. I mean, you got to put up with some shit that you don't like, and you got to compromise, but also there's some security in it, and also some good feelings too, right?
I think it's like having siblings.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about marriage things because I'm not, but it's like having siblings.
Have fights almost broken up the entire band? Have you ever gotten that bad?
When we made our first album, I think everyone quit during the making of the record.
Why? Why was it so difficult?
I did not know how to lead a band back then, and I was probably a bit of a dick the entire time.
You were a taskmaster. Why did the band, in your opinion, almost break up? Seriously, why?
You blaming it on Bryson.
Yeah.
What you doing? That seems a little harsh.
When you say you were too hard, when you say you were too hard,
I think it's me.
They can comment more.
You were too, did you go a little berserk in the studio in the sense that you were so demanding, you wanted everything so right? This was your big break, your first record. Was the pressure just so great that you said to the band, you just made crazy demands on them?
I don't know if they're crazy demands. I just didn't know how to do it well. I think, leading something has a lot to do with being a taskmaster and demanding a lot of yourselves and each other, but it also has a lot to do with not making it personal. I just don't think I was very good at it, and I was very insecure. When you first start doing something, you don't really have any authority, it's like...
And isn't it true the first time you're in a studio, you have to sing a certain way, you have to play your instrument, you have to be way more in tune than you are on stage? It's a whole different situation.
That wasn't the problem. We were just trying to figure out who we were as a band, what our band was going to be like, because we changed a lot that year, and we were trying to figure out what we wanted to really sound like.
Yeah.
And that's a big jump for us. And, that first album turned out really well, and we did a good job at it, but it wasn't easy. Sometimes making something like that is tough. You're demanding a lot of all of yourselves, and,
I would think being on the cover of the Rolling Stone is when I got to be on the cover of the Rolling Stone, I felt I had arrived. I'm not a musician, but I mean, I always felt like our show was a little bit rock and roll, and it really was, to me, more than anything, made me feel credible. So I would think that would have been the greatest moment, and you describe it as something that almost caused you a lot of angst, because it meant what? It meant now you were a public face. You couldn't walk around in public. People would see you. Is that the idea of the angst?
I don't know. It was weird that year. It's just a big change. It's like waking up on Mars. All the gravity's different. It takes a while to get used to it.
And isn't that the fun part? But it wasn't fun, you say?
I don't know. I know it's very much fun for a lot of people. I just was never that good at it.
Did it become pressure to maintain it? Like you had to, oh my God, we put out our first album, was successful. Now I got to come up with another one.
No, that's just making records. We wanted to make another record. It was.
You never felt that pressure?
Not that way. No, because really it's just, look, there's nothing you can do about that. You can make a great record and no one can buy it. Or you can make a great record and everyone can buy it. It doesn't really change the record at all. I mean, I know really, really great records. Look, the stuff on Underwater Sunshine are songs we picked because we love them.
By the way, I should mention that. Your new record is called... Hold on here. The Underwater Sunshine. These, again, are covered tunes, but a lot of songs, it's songs that we necessarily know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. These are some of our favorite songs, and they aren't necessarily all that well known, because these are great records that people either haven't heard it yet because they're new bands or because they just weren't.
Isn't that what Led Zeppelin did on their first album? They didn't credit the guys who wrote it. They took the credit for it, which is still a mind-blowing story to me.
Right? That's what Adam's doing.
No, we took the credit. I credited you.
But they essentially essentially picked a bunch of songs that they liked and made them their own.
I think that's a really creative way of songwriting in some ways.
Yeah.
I wish I could get away with that.
Right. It'd be a lot easier. Do you guys not want... You said you're going to put out another record of Counting Crows songs, though, right? You're going to do that. That'll be the next project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Has someone's cover of your songs ever annoyed you where you said, I wish they hadn't done it?
I don't know that I've know a lot of... I know they've been done, but...
Who has covered your songs?
Panic at the Disco put Round Here in some of their songs, which I thought was pretty cool.
And you liked it?
That's really
that's a supreme compliment, right? I would love that.
I thought it was great. I just think who else has covered us?
Right.
There was something last week.
There was a movie that someone covered Round Here.
That didn't make me as happy.
Well, who did that?
It got into a movie without my permission. That's the problem.
Well, do they need your permission to cover your song?
They do need to do it to put it in a movie or a commercial or TV show, something like that. They need your commercial to use it.
So what do? Do you sue them to get your pay, or what do you do?
They actually got someone else's permission. They just didn't get mine. They got someone else's permission, and it's basically legal. But
it is?
Yeah.
Because you wrote it.
Yeah, the funny thing is a friend of mine wrote the book that the movie's based on.
What movie was that?
It's Emily's movie, Something Borrowed. Yeah.
Something Borrowed, and they put one of your songs in there. And when did you become aware of this?
When she told me.
I see.
I had just met her, and she goes, "Oh, that's so great! You know, they made a movie out of one of my books, and your song's in it." And I was like, "What song?" She said, "Round Here." And no, it's not. Round Here.
Who is she? Who are you?
A friend of mine. She's an author named Emily Giffen. She's a very successful author.
And she goes, "Oh, guess what? Your song is in there."
Yeah, I said, "No, it's not."
And then you go out and rent the movie?
No, she just explained to me that it was.
Yeah,
I believed her.
Right. And
I was furious.
And when did you hear it?
I never heard it.
Oh, you still?
I was actually in a hotel watching this movie, which was not great, but I was watching it anyway, and suddenly this band is playing in a nightclub, and the song comes on. I was like, oh, I know this song. Weird. Wait a minute, that's our song. This is a terrible version of that song.
It's a testament to how great a girl Emily is that we're still friends, because that was our initial meeting, and I was just not happy about finding that out.
Is this a girlfriend of yours?
No, girlfriend? No, just a very good friend of mine.
Oh, I figured maybe that's why you dumped her, because...
No, I just met her that night.
Right. So is everybody happy? Everyone's okay? Are you happy?
I feel pretty good.
You do feel good?
Yeah.
You're being honest?
I had a great week. I had, as of last Monday, I had 3 bands, 2 bloggers, all staying at my house for CMJ. We had 15 people out there all week.
Where, at your house?
Yeah. It was a fun week.
You had people at your house staying there all week?
3 bands that were playing our showcases, and we had shows all over New York. So we had
and
Rock
what is
Band
the fun?
Central.
What is the fun? You stand around what? You play instruments and everyone sings?
No, it's just normal fun like all guys have. Circle jerks and...
You did a circle jerk?
Yeah, a couple circle jerks. I actually won the first one. They were for distance, not for speed. Yeah.
Are you ever going to give me the details of all the women you've had sex with? Are you ever going to do that? Are you ever going to tell me, for example, if Jennifer Aniston gave you fellatio? Would you ever tell me that? Would there ever be a conversation that you could envision where you would reveal that secret to me?
I have it in an Excel document.
Aha.
It's got
all written down.
It's got acts. It's divided up by sexual acts and girl, and they're checked off.
Have you considered calling Courtney Cox now that she's divorced and getting back with her? Or are you one of those guys you just never go back?
No.
You have not considered it. All right. Well, that's fair enough. I hope you write a song about that one day. Counting Crows' new album, Underwater Sunshine, featuring the single Meet on the Ledge, in stores now. And for more information, go to countingcrows.com. Which is a miracle that you actually own that name, countingcrows.com.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah. Did you have to buy countingcrows.com from somebody when you got the website?
No.
You mean you got it right away?
Yeah.
That was 94.
Are you annoyed that there's a Black Crows and I mean seriously it's
Sheryl Crow? Why
Sheryl Crow?
Why does she have to?
Easy. Did we ever talk about that? Because a lot of guys I know. Oh yeah, I went to see the Black Crows, and they're really talking about you. You know what I mean?
I just remember that great story Chris Robinson told me about when he was getting pissed off after all those bands came along, and he was complaining to somebody about it. He goes, "Man, we were here first. Now everybody's stealing our shit. Fucking Counting Crows, Sheryl Crow, Clint Black."
All right, listen, best of luck with the new record. Thank you for coming in. It was a great pleasure. And we will be back right after these words.
So Howard had the dates wrong as far as when you guys first broke out, and he was about 10 years off.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you've known him for a long time. You've had his support for a long time. What does that mean to you on a personal level?
It's nice. He's a good guy. I've known him since 94, 95, I think.
He thought it was like 2003 or something like that.
Yeah, we're all getting old at this point.
But whenever you come in, he tries to get under your skin. He tries to get in your head a little bit. What do you think's going on in that head of his?
Oh, I'm getting it easy. One thing I always know, it's definitely a free for all. You have to be awake to deal with Howard in the morning, but it's never going to get really bad for me. I've seen it get really bad for people, and I know that's never going to happen. You'd never let it happen. But it's still it's not the safest show to do. I'll say that. I don't know. I think it's a competition, really. You just have to, like, get in there and be able to think at the same time as sing, I guess. I don't know.
Also, must help having your bandmates in there. You can sort of deflect and spread it around.
Oh, yeah, they're a huge help there.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Good
man.
seeing you.
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Benji's stick coma hits Chinatown and Harlem. Will he be welcomed with open arms or threatened with them?
Look what happens to Mike House.
We'll clean it.
What's your problem? Testing 1, 2.
Baba Boo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Benji's funny. I mean, there are times that Benji's annoying. There are times that Benji's hysterically funny.
Is this looking good?
It's like saying, why do the Three Stooges work? Or why does anything that makes you laugh work? Benji sometimes hits onto a funny concept, and it's wild. It's captivating. It's interesting to watch.
I love bouncing around very spontaneously. Like, to me, that's like the most fun thing. Just to go out in the street.
Whenever Benji goes out on the street with a camera, I sit there and I shudder because I've explained to Benji he can only go so far around people.
There's the one great story of Benji going into the park in Central Park. It was for like a moment of silence, and Benji just yelled the whole time.
When I'm flaccid, I may be small, but when I get erect, I am large. This big. Thank you. I'm serious. My penis is really good size.
Sometimes he can go overboard, and you say, well, what's overboard? You got to have an intuitive or an instinctive feeling inside that says, hey, I can only do so much sort of candid camera stuff.
When I was 12 years old, my sister died in a car. She got asphyxiated, and it was my fault. And I dedicate my courage to perform to her. Frozen fish stick dinner.
You can't reel him in. It does get a little scary. You just can't control him. He won't stop. It's like a cannonball going down a 90-degree angle.
Can you turn that light off?
Yeah, you wanna beat him up? Turn the light off. Raspberry tart. It was good even though I'm on a low-carb diet. I do Atkins diet, and which is why I do a frozen fish dinner.
Closest thing to a near disaster was the poetry slam when Benji single-handedly caused people to get physical.
You must eat the beef before all 38 tater tots! You must eat the peas! Eat the peas before the tater tots! Eat the peas! Eat the peas before the tater tots!
I love those moments where you go to the edge, and there's even like a feeling of like what the fuck's gonna happen, like maybe danger.
He's punching me! You must eat the peas before the tater tots!
I feel there's If I go out somewhere, there's always going to be a potential, like I can find something if I search the right way. I love exploring worlds that are different than mine. I love that. Chinatown, probably more than anywhere else in Manhattan, is another world. Really, like when you walk in there, you're walking into a whole different world. Rob led me to the supermarket, and I knew like, hey, this, fine, there's a big grocery store.
Benji goes into the supermarket and immediately walks over to live seafood counters.
What's your name? Me? Name? Huh?
I love just meeting different people.
Wait, your name? That's really your name? You want to be friends? Want to be friends? Friends? That's my new friend.
It got a little bit hairy when Benji went behind the fresh fish counter.
What's your name?
Benji.
Benji. Oh, Benji. Jungle. 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 Fish.
There's so much stuff going on there, and it was just such an interesting looking situation.
Oh my God!
And then there was like these huge live animals.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Are they poisoned? It was so astounding to see these giant frogs. I knew there was like exotic foods in Chinatown, but to see these giant frogs was really wild. Usually in a situation like that, I have to ask permission, like, hey, can I get behind the counter? Can we film you? Can we do this? And they were just sort of like just saying yeah to things, and that was really cool.
Freedom! Run! Run! It's gonna be okay, I promise. It's crazy. All right, guys. This is your chance. Oh, Go! 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 Frogs deserve happiness and freedom! Come on, guys.
I like absurd moments, and I like things that are out of context, and I guess there's just something absurd about, like, someone standing in the middle of the supermarket and giving a speech.
Who stands with me for freedom for the frogs? Who stands with me? Who is with me among you? Come on, everyone! Join in! Be careful.
From a producing standpoint, it's great. I mean, it's amazing to have this stuff on camera. But, as a human being, it makes me incredibly uncomfortable. And I was really expecting us to get thrown out at that point.
Free the frogs!
Benji doesn't think from a legal standpoint. He doesn't think from the mind of what producers and lawyers think. He thinks as just a guy who has an idea that wants to be creative.
You want to meet him? I'm freeing him.
Oh, he's wonderful. Yeah, he's not going to turn into a prince. I'm not doing that bit for you, man.
You want to pet him? Tap his head? Are you on Twitter? Look, he's so sweet.
Oh, he's so sweet.
A little. Thanks. Where's the other one? Where is he? I'll get him. No, not the hook. I'll get him. Do you have flies?
I don't know exactly what the punchline is, but to me there was something very fun about that moment. There's something it's just a very lively moment to see all these frogs, like, you know, running around and everyone, like, you know, it was like, to me, like a scene out of a movie, there's something fun about it. At this point, I had actually gotten attached to the frog because it's suddenly like I've been holding it for a while and it's like it's like an animal, and maybe I started to actually feel some responsibility for it.
He still had the problem of having a live bullfrog with him, a 4-pound live bullfrog, that he was really nervous about having, and like he had no idea what he was going to do with it. So he tried to pass it to anybody who would take it.
Sir, would you like a pet frog?
No, thank you.
Will you make him a pet? A pet? Make him a pet? You'll take care of him? You want a pet frog? You like? Yeah. Oh, frog, yes! You give him good home? You give him good home? Yeah. You take good care of him?
Yeah.
You take good care of him? I don't want him to eat him. You promised him seriously, don't eat. No eat. No eat.
Okay.
No eat. No, crush, don't crush! Oh, shit! No, stop! No, don't crush it! No, don't crush it!